Yo, 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 GM, 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 GM. What's the vibes? What's the vibes?
Big GMs, being GMs, you know what I'm saying? Getting this day ready, getting everything started. I know y'all hear it in the background. That's a little bit of Claire's Obscure Expedition 33 game I've been playing here as of late. Shit is gas. If you can find a copy, get it. If you can't, you know what I'm saying? The digital download works as well, but just temporary. Don't make it a long term thing. I'm
Wait,
about to
what do you
get
mean
this.
it don't? It don't. What do you mean it's temporary? Why digital?
Bro,
It
What's
I
this
don't.
don't.
game?
So
What?
look. So hold on. I don't believe in digital games. Okay, because all it takes is for them to be like, all right, we're done with this. They shut down the server, shut down and then the games go bye bye. So technically, you don't own the games. You're just renting them, right? That's the whole thing. And that's the shit with Nintendo, which is why I didn't pre-order the Switch 2s because one, they increased the games from $80 to 90. I mean, from $60 to $80 for a digital and $90 for a physical game, and then you only can use like they're very specific. So like you don't own the games; it's legitimately your life. They're leasing you the license to the game, and they can take it back at any point. They can brick your console at any point. So there's a lot of shit that's going on with that. But I'm a huge believer in physical games because you actually own the game.
Well, in the computer world, sir, I can't do that, so I own the digital versions. Okay. Sorry.
But I heard you ask about this game. It's Claire's Obscure Expedition 33. It is a fire ass RPG game. Hold on, let me turn it down a bit. So this game was made by 30 people. Um, it's 30 people made this game. They came together because they got pissed off at their parent company, and they made this game. Shit is gas. I mean, the soundtrack, the artwork, the fighting mechanics. So it plays like there's this game that I used to play on PlayStation 1 called Legends of Dragoon. So it plays like that as far as the fighting mechanics goes. It's turn based, but there's other elements along with the turn based fighting style. And then it's RPG. So basically, the premise is um, in this land, um, there's the god of this land is called the Paintress. And every year she wakes up. When she wakes up, she paints a number. Whatever number that is, everyone that age dies. And so the expedition, this is the 33rd year. Well, not the 33rd year, but it's this year 33. And so this Expedition 33, they're going out to find the paintress to kill her to prevent anyone else from dying, basically prevent her from painting another number. But you have to go explore in these lands. It's called the continent. It's, it's dope. This shit's dope so far. I'm fucking with it heavy.
Hey, man,
I've been
I
hearing a lot
played.
about that game. This my bro Rich been talking to me about it too. I think he copped it. So you already know we're like paired up. So like whatever game he buys, I get to play too. So I
Ah,
think I think I do have that game. I was just talking to him about it the other day. Also, I did want
dude.
to touch on that Nintendo Switch 2 stuff. Like I heard like even if you buy the physical, it's somewhat like a license like copy too. Like not
Yes.
not like that shit
Yes,
is
it's
crazy.
that's
That's crazy.
exactly.
Like I've never heard of somebody doing that. Like this
Nintendo be
could be the
wilding, man.
fall of Nintendo.
They got the
You know?
And they
blueprint
up the
of
price.
like the shit you don't do to your consumers. They have the whole blueprint for fucking up a brand. Like, if you really want to know how to fuck a brand up, just watch Nintendo rise and fall of them on this bullshit, man.
And
It's
they
ridiculous.
dropped the ball on so much. Like okay, so Power World came out, right? Okay, y'all sued Power World for copyright infringement, blah 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 blah. However, comma, they gave you the blueprint of what your older fan base would like to see. A darker, a more real, and a more gritty Pokemon game. Like a legitimate like can you imagine like a Pokemon game that's open world that has Dark Soul like play style? You out here really having to throw the ones with a Machamp to get that motherfucker into a Pokeball. Like,
What a
just
pop.
different stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, and they dropped the ball, and it's not like they don't have the brain power or the technology. Nintendo was already trying to do 3D and VR back in the 90s. So it's not like they're doing it, they're just greedy. They don't give a shit about their consumers.
Well, no. They're like, come on, slaves, buy this shit because we put it out. We know you. Just go
Right.
ahead and buy it. So pump our
Exactly. Like
bags, kind of shit.
they know they're gonna buy it. Like regardless of what we do, they're gonna buy it. And these people, what they do, they went and flocked for the pre-orders. Everybody named mama wanted to get the pre-order for the Switch 2. Switch 2 pre-orders. Yeah, that's stupid as hell. First off, the console, okay, you want to break it down. Power wise, the console is on par, right? The capabilities are on par with the PlayStation 4 Pro. Okay. When the
Yeah.
PlayStation 4 Pro came out, it did not have a $450 price tag. Okay. So just based off of sole technology, price wise, you're still overpriced at 450. 500 if you got the bundle. Right? Now if you're gonna do it, the bundle was the smart move because you got the game for $50 instead of paying $80 for the digital game. However, I'm not paying $80 for a fucking digital game.
I ain't paying $80 for a game, period, unless it comes with a whole bunch of shit, like it used
A
to back in the
collector's
day if you
edition.
paid that price.
Right, like that was the collector edition prices. Like, which I did
So,
just get the collector's edition of Tony Hawk because it comes with a physical deck, like an
so
actual skate deck.
what the question though is, Marcus, if that's what the regular price is, what the hell is the price for the collector's
A
edition?
physical
What that shit
game,
gonna be like 120?
right? Right. So like you got the digital games at $80. You got the physical games at $90. Right. So you're telling me I'm about to be paying $100 a game here? No, I'm not. That's why like I did not rush to go buy or pre-order the fucking Switch 2 because it's crazy, bro. Just for them in 2 years to drop an OLED version. Because this version that
Max.
they're dropping now is not an OLED version. It's still an LCD screen.
Ugh. Which is so
So
early
they're gonna come
2000s at this point.
right. So they intentionally didn't come out with the OLED version because they're going to drop an OLED version that's going to hike up the price again. I'm not stupid and I'm not paying for it, bro. I'm cool playing my regular Switch One, right? Like it ain't failed me yet. And they lost the lawsuit, so y'all gotta fix my drift stick on my Joy Cons whenever I send them back.
You
So
like, I got receipts, bitch. Reimburse
like
me on the things that's fucked up, please.
yeah, I mean they legit lost the lawsuit because they rigged the Joy Cons to have drift stick that way so that you would
Oh.
have to buy more Joy Cons. They lost the lawsuit, so now they have to, with no questions asked, fix any V1 and V2 Joy Cons from the Switch. So all you have to do is contact Nintendo and send them back, and they have to either repair them or replace them.
Get your ass upstairs.
And that came straight from the Nintendo rep's mouth.
Man, I know I got like some drift stick already on mine, and I literally just bought it too. Like it's pretty brand new, my Joy Cons, bro, and it already has drift stick. My PlayStation does too, but that's from playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, yeah. Now you're gonna have to the Nintendo ones, send them shits back to Nintendo. And then for the PlayStation, I already know I told you what to do.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure. For sure, for sure. Although one of my bros was he was giving me the option of like I guess he has a Connect that like repairs controllers and has like a bunch of controllers, so they may just like swap out mine for another controller that's
it
already
only,
repaired.
yeah, but I mean, even still, right? You're just getting a new repaired controller,
Yeah, new repaired controller for the free 99.
Like, I'll take
That
or
I'm
three so
gonna.
I can play Call of Duty.
So,
yeah,
I
right.
mean, it doesn't really affect the Call of Duty much. It does affect MLB the Show though, because like the PCI on that shit, you have to keep moving around. and that shit doesn't stay in one spot. So pretty much the PCI is like the batter's eye, and
Okay.
yeah.
I do want to say,
Okay. Yeah, I ain't never.
I beat the Jedi game last night and I lost my shit. I live
Damn,
streamed for like 4 hours. I had like
you
150
beat it
people watching me.
last night, and
Yeah, but then
I
I
seen it.
replayed
I
it.
popped in.
I replayed it because I didn't have another game loaded up on my laptop, and so we're gonna go through it another time, one more time, and I got some other games that I'm gonna start live streaming. But I was surprised that number went from like 6 people to 80 in like 10 minutes, and then by the time I got done, it was like 150 people in there watching me play that game. That shit was fun as hell though. But Darth Vader, bro. Walt Diz did not. Left those that information out, but he said it was such a badass ending, and I was like, "What? Really?" And then when I seen it, man, that shit had me about damn near shaking over here. I was scared as fuck fighting Darth Vader and running from him because that dude is a beast. Like it was an amazing ending. You know what I'm saying to the game. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just play it over." And I got other games I'm gonna load, but I'm gonna be streaming and playing games. I'm streaming your space right now on YouTube and on X. I've been thinking about it for months, and then today I was just like, fuck it. I've been streaming everything else, and like, I'm gonna stream the Brother Space. I put you in the title, on Wake and Bake Radio Live. So yeah, fuck all the bullshit, man. I'm gonna put this pretty face out here as much as I can.
Yeah, there you go. Let me see that face. Hey,
Ha
good shit,
ha.
bro. Like, good shit. Like, I'm happy for you. I definitely popped in last night and seen because I was in there at first. I made my first. I was the first one to make a comment. I was in there. I was watching you for a minute, and then I had popped out because I had to do dad duties. But when I came back in, I seen you with the 150. I was like, look at my dog out here doing the damn
Man,
thing.
that shit was crazy. I was not expecting that, man. I kept thinking everybody, no matter how many numbers came in, but I was just having fun playing that game, and it's gonna be that game has been like the funnest to edit. You know what I'm saying? Like those two edits I put
Hmm.
out yesterday. The one that was 47 seconds was the first one, and then the one that was longer was the second one, and it. I don't know, man. I damn near got teary eyed on that second because I'm like, man, I really was in my shit when I put that second one together, and it's just been fun, using CapCut and trying to create something and actually make some content out of things that I'm doing. And I'm just gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying?
So real quick though, Jonathan, which one did you play? You played part one or part two or both?
Nah, I played part one. I didn't get part two. I should have, but I'm going to get part two. But I just played
Bro,
part one.
you got to get part two. Part two is just as good, if not better than part one. Like, you're gonna love it. If you loved part one, bro, part two, you're gonna be hyped because they do add a lot more extra like moves in terms of like the force, more shit you could do with your lightsaber. It's dope. It's really dope.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. When it was, how you could feel like the show's about to end or whatever. I could feel it. I'm like, oh shit, this is about to be over. I was like, this sucks. I was like, I should have got the both of them at the same time because they were so cheap on Steam. I think you get both of them for like $16. I should have just went on ahead and did it, but I was like, I might not like the first one, so why get both? But I mean, I did buy the whole bundle pack for Arkham, so I'll be definitely going through all the Batman games because they had a bundle that you can get all the games for like $10. You might as well punch me in the side of the head if I didn't buy that.
Yeah, for sure. Now the Arkham games are fire too. I had fun playing those.
Yeah, and I hadn't played them since they came out a long time ago, so it's gonna be fun to dive back in them. But I got that. I told you, Cyberpunk, Helldivers, it's got new creatures on the rise on there, so there's just a lot of things. I got 15 games, man. After beating this last Star Wars game, I've only beat 2 games out of the 15 that I have. So I'm like, fuck this. I got like 15 games worth of content.
Yo, Mark Hamill's performance as a Joker in the Arkham games is like insane.
Oh yeah, man. I didn't even know that was Cristiano for a second. I'm used to seeing your
Was
green
good.
your green hoodie with
I
your face on there, and you didn't popped up.
turned myself into a penguin.
I
Look how
see that.
cute this fucking
Alakazam.
penguin is. Alakazam, a cute ass fucking penguin now. Bro, Mark Hamill crushes it in that whole game. He's like, hello, Batman. He's like, fuck, and you know, he motion captured that shit too. So he was like just in his element, being the Joker and shit.
Yeah, it was dope. I just didn't like Gotham Knights, like the way they tried to do the gameplay and set you up when they talked about it. You was thinking that game was gonna be like the pinnacle. And then it
Facts.
came out and I'm like, why did you set up the gaming system this way? Like this is stupid. Like this is child's play type stuff. I think if
It's
they
like
were
if it ain't
going
broke, don't fix it.
Bro, you know, you bring in all those people and you bring in my guy Red Hood because that's my dude. I always wanted to dress up like him for Halloween. That's my dude. You're gonna bring him in and make all their fighting mechanics just weak. But the game is beautiful. But why would I want to play it if that's the fighting style and everything that I got to do? They really dropped the ball on that one because
Did you
that
play the
game could have been something.
DLC for I think it was what Arkham City, the Red Hood DLC?
No, I hadn't played that yet. I do
Oh,
need to
it's like
play
you get
that.
to play as him. It's like a whole ass like maybe 2.5 hours where you just get to play as him, experience this whole storyline, and like getting kidnapped by the Joker and turned into like a fucking villain.
Oh,
It's
what
kind of
is
fun.
that on?
I think it was Arkham City, the open
Okay.
world one. Yeah.
You know what? I own all the Arkhams. I bought the bundle pack with everything you could
Yeah,
possibly
search
get
for it.
in it.
There's a
So
dope
it's probably
DLC.
in
You
there.
probably have it. Yeah, you probably have it.
Well, then I'm gonna dive into that shit too. It's just, man, it's been fun doing playing these games, finding out good clips, and then taking the clips, putting them together, finding music to go with them. The hardest part on the Star Wars thing is that y'all know you can't just play any fucking music with Star Wars, okay? You just can't.
Yeah,
It
be
just
John
sounds
Williams.
weird. Yeah, like any music I was looking for was just weird. So I went on CapCut and asked Star Wars. And there's so much music that they have for just specifically under Star Wars. And that's how I got the music. The music on both of those clips are from that's actual Star Wars music. You know, people didn't mess with it or whatever and tweaked it, but it went along with the fighting scenes very, very well. So I just it's gonna be dope to see what happens with any other game, how I can match up the music with what the actual game is, the energy of the game. It's gonna be dope. Be fun.
No, that's lit, man. You did a good job doing that. Good clips, good all that. I do want to take the time right now to shout out Lone Star Provision. You already guys know that we have a giveaway going for our GM bar that we collaborated with them on. So there is the third, or no, the second pin tweet up top. Interact with that tweet. Wait, is it the second one? No, not the second one. First one?
Yeah, first one.
First one. First one.
The first one. All right, so interact with the first tweet that's pinned up there, and yeah, man, you'll be entered to get a GM bar. Shout out to them for that, man. Love y'all.
Love. Also, happy birthday to the homie Coke and to the homie Mel from Lone Star. Um, they both
Happy
are
birthday,
celebrating
Coke.
their
Happy birthday, Mel.
birthdays.
Birthday
Word,
guys.
word. They got the same birthday.
They
I didn't even
celebrating
know
their
that.
birthdays.
That's brilliant.
So
Let's
big shout
go.
outs to both of them. You know what I'm saying? Exposed Media, Lone Star Provisions in the house. You already know what it is. Gang, gang. Big birthday shout outs. God rest. Yeah, I rested. All right. But yeah,
Mm.
no, the soundtrack to this game is just fucking exquisite, man. I love this shit.
We can tell you got it back there
Oh
playing
shit.
like you in the
Yeah,
cathedral or something.
yeah,
Um,
dude. That just reminds me. It sounds a little bit like Halo-ish, Destiny
I was
type.
about to say, he's like, oh.
I mean, I feel like Daredevil's about to pop out somewhere and kick somebody's ass because you know he always was at the church at the
Oh
cathedral.
shit, I gotta lock in. We just got
Bro,
hit. I just
Destiny's
hit to. I
soundtrack
just
was
got to
fire.
a big boss. I'm about to lock in. I'm going
You
silent,
that
guys.
big boss.
He said, I'm going silent, guys. I'm about to lock in. I will say I got a little bit of Lone Star Provisions over here. Still got some of that NY Mayhem. So I'm definitely gonna be cracking on that one at some point in this space. But you know, I can't get high
Is
too
Dilla
early.
rolling out to NFT NYC?
I don't know. You if he come on stage, you have to ask him.
Dillo, let us know. Hey, yo, congrats to the New York Knicks, real quick.
Oh, big shout out to the Knicks and big shout out to the Yankees too.
Yes, sir.
Last night was a great night for New York sports,
What
man.
you
We
get
went
laid in
crazy.
state last night? I'm so
No,
glad I wasn't
no,
driving
I
to
was
New York
I was
last
at
night.
work, man. I was at work.
I think it's gonna
Um,
continue all weekend, bro. I think it's gonna. I'm gonna be driving to New York, and it's just gonna be fucking people shaking my car and shit.
if you drive through the city during
Yeah,
like any like, especially down there
it's about to
during
be
any
crazy.
playoff game, nah, forget it. That whole shit is shut down, bro.
I gotta
That
put
So
whole
like
you
a
part.
saying
Knicks
so do you
jersey
just
on while I'm
is it
driving.
better to walk down there then if it's
Yeah,
gonna be like packed like that?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like, take the train. Like, yeah, probably. I mean, so they're doing like watch parties right outside of the garden at the, like they got a big screen outside Madison Square Garden, which is like literally like what 34th Street. So like you're like in the middle of Manhattan and shit, and that shit is just flooded. I know you've seen the videos, Jonathan. That shit is crazy out there.
It
I
look
would
a little
never.
wild, bro.
I would never.
I guess my
I'd
question
rather
is,
stay
did you
home.
have you put that that Yankees jersey on your son yet, man?
So he's got two types. He's got a onesie, then he's got the real jersey button down. They both have his name on it. Um, but just the onesie right now. He doesn't fit the other one. The other one he has to grow into a little bit more.
Oh, well, that's dope. It's always good to do that. You always buy, they start growing you by a size bigger because I messed that up very early. I spent like $500 on clothes, wasn't thinking about how fast she was gonna grow. Bro, she didn't make it the whole year wearing those clothes. I had to, donate
Dude,
those and buy
they
some more.
they grow so fast, bro. Like this little dude, his wingspan is already like he overgrew his fucking bassinet, bro. Like he can't spread his arms in the bassinet. So that shit is crazy. And then his legs are like he's long. He's already 2 feet tall, bro. He's 1 month old. Shit crazy.
Man, you ain't no little dude though. You tall. Like you are not the dude to be like, hey, I'm gonna talk shit to you in like a dark alley. It's like, really? Can you not see? Can you blind, right? Okay, let me touch you real quick.
Yeah, yeah. you know, they better now
ah, shit.
slap
That's it
somebody
for
up.
you.
Yo, what's good, crypto bag, Travs? See your hand up. It's the vibes. GMs.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, anybody still play Jump Force?
Jump Force.
Jump Force. I don't think I've ever played Jump Force at
I ain't
all.
never played that either. Uh-uh. What's
Yeah,
that?
I'm see me, man. I'm a sports type of gamer. So like I'll play like the Maddens, MLB The Show, and then like your occasional shooters here and there, COD and stuff like that. And also I fuck with the Final Fantasies.
let's go.
I do like Final Fantasy, Zelda, all the Zeldas, Pokemon, Mario, any Mario game, but
Wow.
yeah,
You
you
know
can't
what?
go wrong with those.
I liked it when Final Fantasy came out and they didn't do that like I'm telling you to go here fighting when they actually made it to where you actually fight. It made the game look
Yeah, that blew my
way more
mind, bro.
interesting to me. I hate that. That's the reason why I ain't never played like any of those other games because hey, instead of me fighting you, I'm gonna sit back like I'm gonna coach you. I'm gonna send you here and I hate that shit. I wanna get hands on and get into the
Jonathan,
nitty
someone
gritty.
just handed me the sticks and didn't even tell me they changed the game. So like, you want to play Final Fantasy? I was like, all right. I was like super high. I'm like, I'm gonna quick turn-based RPG in, maybe watch some pretty colors, because you can just like leave that shit. There's like a timer, just let the animations play. And he hands me the sticks, and the monster starts coming at me. I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, move. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh shit, like. Yeah, it was like waking up out of a coma and being in the future, man. Like, you can run around in Final Fantasy now, bro. What the fuck? Since
That's
when?
Yeah,
what
that shit was weird, bro. Like I'm not gonna front. Like that fighting style mechanic definitely threw me off too. But I
It was
started
like
fucking with
Legend of
it.
Zelda. It was like Zelda 64 fighting style. You know what I mean? Where you're
Yeah.
like locked
Yup.
in on the motherfucker and running around him
Yup.
like
I
Monster
love it,
Hunter
Yeah.
shit.
man. That's what made me
Yeah.
want to play Final Fantasy is when I seen I said finally they changed the mechanics because I that's the reason why I never played it is because
You never
it
liked
was
the
so
turn-based mechanic?
now it's so boring. I'm not a coacher like maybe in real life, but in games I don't want to coach nobody. I want to get in and whoop somebody's ass. That's what I'm trying to do. I ain't trying to coach it now.
I feel you. Yeah, no, I feel you on that. I felt the same way back in the days, like playing it. I'm like, oh, but then I grew into it, and then I, fell into my own ways and really got used to it. So that when they did switch it, I was like, what the fuck is this? And then
Got grumpy.
yeah, but then I ended up falling in love with that mechanic too. So like I could appreciate
Yo,
both.
they got to do that shit, but with Pokemon. Imagine
Exactly. That's what
you throw
Marcus
the
was just
Pokemon
talking
and then you
about.
just
Hmm.
control them.
Hmm.
That shit would be fire,
That's
bro.
exactly what Marcus was talking about. It would change everything. I think it would like really pop for real because it
It'd
would
be like
bring
Super
other
Smash
players
Brothers
in.
style, but like
Yeah,
in
it'd be
3D.
it would bring other people in because there are people out there that are like me that don't like that turn playing stuff. But if they were out there actually fighting and like one on one and hitting things
Yo,
up,
it's a wrap.
I believe it would bring in like a whole different demographic of people, and that game would probably explode all over again.
Yeah, like they got to dodge the other motherfuckers' attacks until they got like their powers charged up. You know what I mean? And you just put the powers on a timer,
With
and it's
Pokemon,
gonna
I
take
think
you down.
everything's a little too easy though, bro. It's just like it starts becoming real repetitive. As soon as you get your like Pokemon up to like level 50, you're running through that game. Doesn't matter if like you're fighting a fire type and you're a water type. Like it's too easy. They need to do something with that. So they need to make it a little bit more challenging, or I don't know, man. They need to do something.
Yeah, like they could make it like levels, like you're an ultra trainer or some kind of craziness, and you could pick that, and it just changes and makes it a lot harder. But yeah, I if they do that, then I'll definitely probably get into playing the Pokemon game because I like to be hands on, man. I really like to be in there because I be talking shit. If you watch me last night, you watch me talk shit. And when I was getting my ass kicked, you heard me talk about that too. Um, but I want to get in there, man. The nitty gritty of the situation. But to be honest with you, with the Final Fantasy, what made me really want to play it when it changed over the fighting style was that movie, that Final Fantasy movie, that was animated. Man, to watch that dude fight all those people, I was like, bro, this needs to be, they need to do the game like this, and I'll play it. And they did. So, prayers answered. Ah, shit.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Um, so who y'all got now since the Knicks made it? Knicks or Pacers? Or should I? Matter of fact, before that, there's a game seven, I believe, on Sunday. There is OKC versus Denver Nuggets. That's gonna be a crazy matchup, bro. Like
I'm about to
winner
watch that.
take all, winner take all, and like you got Joker over there. You guys know what kind of caliber player he is. But OKC, man, the past 2 3 years, they've been pretty good. Like low key, man, real low key, real strong, pretty good team. So like I think they can pull it out, but I don't know if Joker's gonna allow that.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Coming from living in Oklahoma and was there when they had the Hornets there, and then they went over to the Thunder. Man, it gets crazy as hell down there in Oklahoma City whenever there's a Thunder game. It is insane. And they got a giant screen outside. So if you ain't inside, you can sit outside and watch the game on the big screen that they got out there. So if they playing and it's not something I gotta pay to watch, then I'm gonna have to watch it to support the home. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
So you going OKC?
Of course, most definitely.
Okay, okay, okay. I like it. I like it. I
I
like
gotta
it.
represent. I mean, if you put them when football season start back, it's gonna be OU, baby. Boomer Sooner. Let's get it.
Correction, it's
Ah,
OSU. You forgot some letters. Buckeye
no, I
Nation.
didn't.
OH.
No, I didn't. No, I
I-O,
didn't.
baby. That's the only U.
OH.
I. Oh, you heard that? I motherfucking
It sounds like you got
O.
hit in your eye. It's like you saying, "Ow, I got hit in my eye." Oh, you know what I'm saying? I don't.
No,
I don't know.
no, not at all. Not at all.
Yo,
Not at all.
put some respect on the Buckeyes, Jonathan. Chill out.
Put some respect on the Buckeyes, boy.
my
I took him
quarterback,
first
my
L.
quarterback is
So
from there right now, man. Shout out Fields.
my quarterback's from TCU. You know what I'm saying?
I am not
Yeah,
happy though.
I think the
Joe.
Timberwolves
Oh,
win it all.
the Timberwolves. Hey, they looking real good, and they've knocked out some heavy competitors already. So
Yeah,
they
man.
definitely.
Ant-Man stepping it up, man. Like we knew what kind of player he was. People were already calling him Baby Jordan like the past few years.
I mean,
So
he looked
like,
like Jordan.
yeah,
Jordan's really
yo,
him and Jimmy.
his game really do though, bro. Like the way I seen him like cutting in and out and doing his thing, bro, and driving to the basket, floating, bro. It's been fun to watch him fucking work. It really has, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
It's been fun to see him grow, actually, because
The dude's
it's
only
crazy.
23.
Hmm.
He's only 23.
Hold
Like,
up, he's 23 and he plays like Jordan. Ain't that some shit?
and he looked like Jordan's illegitimate kid.
He definitely looked like Jordan's kid, bro. He looked more like Jordan's kid than Jordan's kid.
Facts.
Wow, wow, I can believe that thing because Jordan's kid does not look like him. Um,
Yeah, what's his
His
name?
kid.
Marcus? Marcus Jordan?
Yeah, Marcus Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't look nothing like. I know Marcus Jordan be wilding though. I seen him doing the blow
yeah,
ski.
My
yeah,
man was
yeah,
out here messing with old Scottie Pippen's wife. That's why.
man, yeah. She seemed to be tossed around to everybody at this point.
Yeah,
Um,
that's why Scotty be tight about Jordan. He don't fuck with Jordan no more.
nah, but he won't let you really
Scotty was
talk
like,
shit
I
about
was
him either.
Jordan. Oh yeah, he will, cause he'll talk shit about it.
Oh, then
He's
yeah,
been
he
talking
definitely
shit
changed
about
his
Jordan.
tune. Because for a period of time, he wouldn't. They would ask him questions. He's like, I'm not gonna talk about it.
It all happened like, well, one after, you know, obviously his son messing around with Jordan's son messing around with Scotty's wife. But when the Last Dance came out, Scotty was not happy with his portrayal as a teammate
Oh,
to Jordan. And then when Scotty had made, what was it, the NBA's like top 60 players or some shit like that. It was something like that the day it came out, and Scottie Pippen was in that, and so he felt like, you know what I'm saying, I'm that's actually really where it started, was back then. It kind of, the friction started there, because at that point Scotty was like, well, if I'm good enough to be on an all NBA team history wise, then how come my pay don't match Jordan's? How come this? How come that? So then it started being, well, why does he get this treatment? Why, I'm just as good of a player as he is. When in all actuality, that was not the case. But
Not only is that not the case, but dude, like you're not putting the butts in the seats the way Jordan is. Period.
oh no.
facts,
Plus
facts.
history, like history wise, nope, nobody can tell me that iconic slam dunk that he did in that outfit is not something that everybody knows. Tell me what iconic, like even picture that you have seen of Scottie Pippen. Please, I'll wait. I'm not gonna hold my breath because I might die. But
Yeah,
that's
Dennis
you're gonna die.
Dennis Rodman was more iconic than he was.
facts.
Tony Kukoc.
Facts. Muggsy Bogues. It's like, shit.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Like yes, you were. I will never say that Scottie Pippen was not a phenomenal player, because he was.
100%.
However,
100%.
he was a role player. You were not a superstar. You were a role player, and you were a phenomenal role player.
That's
But
facts.
you were not on the same caliber as Jordan.
Mhm.
You didn't look at the game the same way that he looked at the game. That's
Yeah.
why when people try to compare themselves to Kobe, like Kobe's mentality, like the whole Kobe LeBron shit, it's like Kobe looked at the game completely different than most players. Okay, old man, I hear you. I'm sorry I did not speak to you. My neighbor's dog, bro,
He's
be
like,
going
hey,
ham.
motherfucker, I'm over here. I'm letting you know I'm over here,
Like
okay?
he be for real though. he for real about it. But like it's the mentality that they had, right? That changes it from being a good player to a great player, and from a great player to an iconic player,
Yeah.
right? Like it's levels to that shit. And the way that Jordan and Kobe and them looked at the game, right? Because like we've heard it here on Wake and Bake, right? We've had Kobe stories, like legit Kobe stories from players who have like explained like his psyche, right? If you blocked one of his shots in a game, when he played you again, he was going to make a way for him to get an extra point off of you. No one else on the team, you specifically, right? If you were the one who blocked his shot, he was going to make a play to where he drew the foul so that he got the and one on you. So he made up for that deficit, right? That's a different level of player.
I can see that. That's a player that looks at the game as life and death, and we're going to war. We're two warriors out here, and
If you
we
look at
about to
the
go to work.
paper, like if you look at Kobe's stats, like on paper, right, he looked like an average player. Not like not his accolades, right? But like his height, his hand size, his speed, his vert. He looked like an average player on paper. He wasn't abnormally tall. He didn't have a crazy wingspan. He didn't have super huge hands. He wasn't the fastest. He couldn't jump the highest. However, he used his basketball IQ and his work ethic to become iconic.
Yeah, he
Right? It's
definitely
the
had the
same shit
Jordan
with
energy.
Jordan.
Yeah, he
Right? It's the
he.
same shit with Jordan, right? Like you have to essentially isolate to become and to get that greatness that you know what I'm saying. He says it, bro. He was like, it's lonely here. He was like, but it took me having this work ethic to get to where I am.
People don't
Like
understand that, man.
no,
People don't get
it's
that.
that work ethic. Like, yeah, somebody can definitely have more talent than you. They can be prettier. They can be funnier naturally, right? All this shit, but you can outwork them. Like people don't realize that you can outwork all that natural talent. And
Oh
then
yeah, facts.
think
Cause
about if you take your natural talent and then add that work to it. Right now,
You're unstoppable if you do
yeah,
that.
you're on God status with that one right there.
You got to have that discipline though, and that like real fire to do that though. There's some people who just take their talent,
but
and
see,
they just take it for granted, or it just comes too easy for them to the point where they don't care. So I think that's where like most folks fuck up.
and the thing is, they're in their head in the wrong way, right? So it's the playing the victim, right? Thinking that the things that are happening are outliers, right? But decisions that you have made, past you have made, have led you to where you are, right? This is why this is a trick that people use, right? Do something. This is I've said it before, like in GM posts. Do something your future self will be thankful for, right? Whether that's putting an extra bottle of water in the fridge because you know you're gonna be thirsty when you come home, right? It's shit like that, but you're thinking about it forward, right? So you're shaping your reality, essentially, right? So if you take that same concept and realize that the work you're putting in now is for the life that you want to lead, the 2 points will converge and meet. One, a lot sooner than you realize. But two, you have to keep going, right? That's just a stop. It's never the destination. It's the journey, right? You fall in love with the journey, and that's how you keep going and keep progressing past your own set expectations. You exceed your own expectations. That's the whole goal, right? Fuck everybody else, right? The whole saying, what you eat don't make me shit, who you fuck don't make me come, right? That shit, it's true, right? But you need to understand it on a different level. You create you.
Yeah, but people don't people be in their own heads, and we've talked about this many times. We've even talked about it on my space, brunch before lunch,
Mm-hmm.
is that people ain't willing to do the work, especially the shadow work, the dark demons and things that's hiding in you that's lurking. And when you're always around people and you're always doing stuff, you never get time to sit and let things settle so the shit that you won't want to deal with can rise to the top and you can handle it. Most people don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be in solace alone. You know what I'm saying? Or become the hermit, in the cave working. They don't want to do that because too many things going on in a psyche that they don't want to dive into, but they don't understand that once you dive into the darkness, then you realize that, oh, this ain't that bad. You know what? I can handle all this. And they just keep going. Because the dark times is gonna happen, but what do they feed on? They feed on the shit that you ain't worked on yet that starts bubbling
Right,
up.
and you also got to accept your dark, right? Like you have to accept all facets of yourself, right? Because like let's say you have a characteristic about yourself that you don't like, right? What you do is you learn about it, you accept it, and then you tweak it and weaponize it for your good, right? That's how you do it. You use your negatives for positives, right? These things that you don't like about yourself, tweak them and use them to your advantage.
That's true. But some people think that you're supposed to just accept them for 100% who they are. You don't never need to change who you are. They should just accept. That doesn't even make any sense. The even the
That's
planet is
stagnation.
always changing.
That's not
It's
growth.
yeah. I mean,
What do you
Bruce.
have if you have water that is just sitting? It becomes stagnant and stale and disgusting, right? It starts to stink. It starts to fester. You have to have movement. You have to have flow.
I
The
mean,
whole
Bruce
go
Lee
with the
says it best.
flow. Like
Running water never grows stale. So
there you go. And he was a
never.
master.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh, there go the birthday boy. What's
Oh
going on,
snap!
Coke? Ah,
No, crap no. Yeah, yeah. I just got out the range.
Ooh,
I'm on my way home. Yeah, I'm chilling. Chilling. I'm gonna go smoke as soon as I get home. You know what I'm
Let's
saying? And
go, lucky motherfucker.
yeah.
He's lucky
What you mean lucky?
motherfucker.
Nick, don't you be smoking? What you talking about, lucky?
I haven't smoked in the cribbo in so long, bro. Or like even like I don't care. I don't keep weed on me right now, bro.
Nah, I
So
feel
good
that
move.
new baby tings. Bro, I ain't
yeah,
smoking the crib in probably like almost 4 years, bro. Once Eli was born, I'm like that shit ain't never happening again till they
yeah,
get out the crib.
word. But I haven't even rolled up, stepped outside of my building. None of that. Like the only time I smoke is like, let's say like I meet up with one of my bros and go to his building and smoke with him over there.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why you're a good motherfucker, because you know the difference between, oh, I'm having a fun time. Okay, now it's time to be dad. So let's lock the fuck in. A lot of people don't understand that. They'll smoke in front of their kid, they'll smoke around them, they'll be in the car with them. Like, it's just like, man, you a selfish asshole. Like,
Dude,
give
the other
them the
day
opportunity.
I saw a dad, right? He was by himself with his kid, and kid's definitely some like still a baby. Like dude's pushing the stroller, and dude he just he lights up a cigarette right there, bro. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what the fuck, bro? What's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, it's
that
wild.
shit's
Yo, bro, people
outrageous,
Asshole.
back in
bro.
the day used to smoke bogeys inside. You going to a
Yo,
restaurant,
dude,
everybody smoking a cigarette.
you go
I
on an
remember those
airplane,
days.
motherfuckers are
I
smoking
remember those
Now,
cigs,
days.
now,
bro.
now let's
You
be
want the
honest, Coke.
smoking or non-smoking section?
let's be honest though, Coke. Back in the day, they
Don't
used
hit
to
the
open the
smoking.
windows at the restaurant. They don't even do that shit no more.
Oh man,
So,
Bro, that's
yeah,
before my
that's
time, dinosaur. I wouldn't know. I didn't walk
easy,
hey,
into the
hey,
easy,
hold, hold,
Trilla,
saloon.
hold up,
easy,
hold
easy,
up, hold
easy.
up.
Just because
Let's
it's your
let's
birthday, don't
you
mean you could be firing
you know what
shots
I'm
off like
saying?
that,
Come
my
on, little
brother.
grasshopper.
Jesus.
You trying to act like you ain't seen older movies? Don't be slow now. I know your name is Coke, but don't be, don't make it one hell of a drug. Amnesia. You seen old movies?
Yeah,
They
motherfuckers used to
came
do
in
that.
firing
Yeah,
shots.
what blows my mind is motherfuckers literally used to light up during like flights and shit. You can't open up no window there. Like they have like the little exhaust shit, I guess, but you can't fuck that shit don't work like that.
Man, I heard
Hell
that
no.
planes back in the day used to be fun. Like people used to be doing coke and partying. Like they literally used to
Fucking
party
soul
on that
plane.
damn thing. Yeah, like that almost pretty much from what I heard from older people that used to ride on planes and stuff. They was like, man, we used to party on that thing. We used to have a whole bunch of fun. It's like now it's just boring because they just trying to put asses in seats. I'm pretty sure they didn't have as many seats as they have in planes now either. Like that shit is a real bus, like a Greyhound with wings.
Literally an Airbus.
Hell
That's
yeah.
falling out of the
We
sky, turned
literally.
into a regular bus. Um,
But Coke, what else you got for going on for the day, man? For your B day, what y'all doing?
Bro, that I said an Airbus. I just wanted to fucking gas.
Yo, look,
But
that's what they're called too, bro. Like if you look, that's what they're called. They're called Airbuses.
that shit is just mad funny. You going on the plane? Nah, bro. I'm taking the Airbus today.
Bruh,
But
Airbus
I ain't shit,
772.
man. It's it's just another day to be honest. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna go. We gotta go buy some shit from the store, and then Grandma gonna watch the baby, so me and Icy can go out. I don't know what we're doing yet. Maybe go out to eat, go catch a movie or something. I'm too old to be partying. You know what I'm saying? I might stream later, depending on what time we finish with everything. I'm not sure. I gotta hit up Rami, see what's good, because I'm gonna be way too lit to fucking play anything, half as good as I normally could. So it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, just chilling, bro. Just chilling another day, another trip around the sun. But it's good
I don't
vibes.
know, brother. You might be in the zone today. You never know. You might lock in. Out of nowhere, you're like, hold up. Did my skill level just get a little crazy? Like, what's different about today? Everything just seemed to make sense. But I do understand getting so fucked up because I can't get high and play any game at all. Fighting games, sure. But Marcus, you seen me play Hell Divers. We were two high motherfuckers trying to play Hell Divers. We didn't even know where the hell we was going. We running around circles and shit. I'm asking him where he's supposed to go. He's like, I don't know. I was like, I think we got way too high before we played this damn game. So I know right now, smoking and playing video games can't do it. But drinking and playing video games, I could do that.
See, I got a level. There is like I can smoke and play games. It's just there's a level that I must maintain. Once I pass that threshold, yeah, nah, it's a wrap.
Well, we
It's gonna
passed
be
it.
funny. It's gonna be funny to listen to. But boy, you're gonna be frustrated as hell if you playing with me.
Hey, we were both was lost. We were like, dudes, where my car at? That whole time. It was like, what the fuck are we
Bro,
going?
you gonna be yelling at me the whole motherfucker this way.
Yo,
This
hold up.
way.
Speaking of dude, where's my car? Yo, Marcus. So I was with Risley Bear.
Uh-huh.
Like 2 weeks. Well, Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. I was
Okay.
with Risley Bear. Cinco de Mayo, right,
Bet.
bro? We go to a nice Mexican restaurant with our friends and shit,
Mm-hmm.
and bro lost his car. Bro got
Bro,
so
what?
fucked up he forgot where he parked his
What the
car.
fuck?
So when we left,
Nah.
when we left, bro, he was like, "Yo, I parked my car here. What the fuck? It got towed." And mind you, bro, it is pouring rain, like a fucking storm, bro. And none of us have umbrellas, bro. Like we're there, fucking drunk, fucking like trying to help him find his car. I go back to the bar. I ask like, "Hey, if a car gets like towed out here, like who should I call? The police or what?" Like, we end up calling the boys. The boys were like, "Nah, we don't have anything on the record." So like I end up going home, and he like I guess he linked up with some chick, and she was driving him
Old Risley
around.
Bear.
Risley Bear. Risley Bear was
It was
getting,
nice.
Grizzly
yeah,
Bear.
yeah.
Nice
He was out
recovery.
there wilding. Yeah, nah, he was wilding. That's why his mind was lost. But it was literally like a dude, where's my car moment? Cause like, yo, I wake up the next day. He goes, yo, he picks me up to go to work, and he's like, man, the car was parked like somewhere totally different, like three
What
blocks
the
over and
fuck?
shit. I was like, I was like,
Oh
dude,
god.
I was like, dude, where's your car, dude?
I
He
wish
was
that
my
had
car.
happened to me, Marcus. But Smokey. But I can relate to that dude. That Miami trip. That's how I felt. We had a great time. Went over the
No,
profit
but you
shit.
actually,
Got drunk and came back to the car to go to the fucking OD Lab shit. And I was like, dude, where the fuck is my car at? Like my car should be in that
but
lane
you got
right
actually
there.
got told though.
I know that's what I'm saying. But I do understand how he felt because he thought he got told until he found out later that he didn't. But I do know what that feels like. Like your heart
Man,
sinks into your
that's
feet.
some, yeah, that shit is not a good feeling. I'm like, damn, they got me.
Man, in a state and in a city I ain't never been to before. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
That shit be tragic.
It was,
That
and I missed
shit
the
be
OD lab
tragic.
spot. It's
Which
compounded interest
didn't we
on
miss
that
that
shit.
one? No, we
Ah,
didn't miss that one. We missed the other. No, what did we miss? Cause fuck, Smokey, what was it?
weed affects the memory. Uh,
We ain't
Yeah,
missed
me too.
shit. What
Hold
do you
on,
mean?
hold on. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. It was after Orange Soda.
ah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the name of it, but I missed that same one. But I do know what you're talking about because right after that,
Well, after Orange Soda, we went to go Pigeons
We
event,
went to
and
Pigeons. We
then we
went
went to
back to
OD
the
Labs, right?
Airbnb. No, we were supposed to go to OD
Oh,
Labs
we were
and
supposed to go to
then
the other. I guess they had
yeah, the Trippy
like a
Labs,
party.
Trippy
Yeah,
Labs.
it wasn't Trippy Labs. It was their other party. It was like the OD Labs, but like
yeah,
their
it was a
like
private or something like
yeah
that. I know you're
party
talking
No,
about.
we
party.
were supposed to go to that one and the Trippy Labs because it was right after, but we didn't
Dude,
wake
we
up
always
till
miss
like
Trippy
3.
Labs though, bro. We get too fucking fucked up and then like
That's
not
because
make it to Trippy Labs.
they be having it late in the damn weekend. So then like, bruh, like we be like done.
Yeah. Brain be blasted, bro. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm surprised anybody remember going anywhere after that Pigeons event because we were just out there getting fucked up in that gated driveway. That shit was packed. It was just
Bro.
as packed as it was
Oh
inside of the
yeah,
building. And we were just out there
yeah.
just smoking and drinking and talking. It was a good time. Then I saw Nessie.
Oh,
They
me, Coke, and Icy and them was upstairs at the little art gallery over at the Pigeons Joe. That shit was lit. I got a picture of that somewhere.
oh yeah. Yeah, that was that the artwork and stuff in there was dope. It was real dope.
Yeah. Yeah, now, but like people don't realize like when we be in person, like people don't realize how much we actually do smoke. Like,
Yeah. Every
and
time
then
I
like
saw
people
y'all,
always
y'all was
tap
smoking.
out. People always tap out except for like Jay Vegas, MH Smokes, Terry. Who else hasn't tapped out with us? Shit. Jay Vegas and MH Smokes tried to make me tap out. That shit was rough.
I could
It was
believe it.
fun, but damn, that shit was rough.
Especially how
Cause
much he be
like,
saying he be smoking in a day. I can definitely see that.
well, the whole thing was it like they had me in two separate sessions. So like I got done smoking with MH Smokes, and then Jay Vegas was like, "Hey, bro, come here," and then he hands me another like spicy joint. So I'm like, "Damn." So then I smoke with him, and then MH is like, "Hey, bro, I just got done rolling up. Come back." And I'm like, "All right."
Mm-mm.
And then finally, they both like eventually run out. So like, I done smoked a whole jar of infused baby Jeters with Jay, and I done smoked 3 big ass infused joints with MH. And so finally, like, I find Smokey and Rum, and I'm just like, bruh, I can't smoke for at least the next hour, hour and a half minimum. I am fucking faded. And then proceeded to go play life size chess and win.
Oh yeah, you was over at what the Rebud house for that one?
Yeah. Proceeded to go over and play life size chess and win.
I think that's
Completely
one.
blasted.
You know what? Because of what you said, you had the fun y'all had at the Rebud house with everything is the reason why I got me 2 of those passes for that particular reason. Because I'm like, damn, that would have been a good fucking time right there, for real.
Man, it was a vibe, man. I fucks with it. Like, they just, you know what I'm saying? It's because it's like, whenever you know what I'm saying? We always say good weed bring good people together, right? And so you get a bunch of like-minded individuals. We all in Web3. We all collectors of some sort. We all smoke weed. We all like to have good time. And so it's just nice, chill environment. It's good food. Like, why else wouldn't you want? And then you get a free box of fucking craft, a box tailored to your likings, right?
Exactly.
Just for having one. Yeah, of course. Of course. Like it's a no-brainer. Like that shit is like, yeah. But nah, man, it's just, you know what I'm saying, it's just fun. Like, and I love like kicking it with, like, I done smoke with Katie. Shout out to Katie. You know what I'm saying? I didn't smoke with, you know what I'm saying, the homie Nessie. I was there the first time Nessie had a hash roll. Shout out to Dillo. He
I
tried to
still
hit it
don't
like
even
a
know what
blunt.
that is, bro. Please explain that to me. I know y'all talk about it, but I don't even know what that
Okay,
is.
so basically, you'll have a worm essentially of concentrate in the middle of the flower. So like it looks like a donut. So like the middle is like it looks like it's hollow, but it's literally a line of wax all the way through, and then it's flour all around it.
So
And
that's what
then you
that's
can get
called.
spicier. Yeah, that's a hash hole. Then you get spicier, right? And then you can throw a little keef on the outside, or you can put some more wax around on the outside, make it good, right? You know what I'm saying? And have a real grand old time.
That sounds like some shit that's gonna have me in the corner drooling on myself, trying to remember what the fuck my name is.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, you that's not for the faint of heart. I wouldn't I wouldn't do that to you.
I'm telling you, man, wherever I'm at is where I'm gonna be. So they
Yeah,
got to
you
do
gonna be
that at the creator's house or something. That way I can fall off
yeah.
into my room and not see y'all
Oh
for a
yeah,
couple of
bro.
hours.
You better get ready. You better get ready. Get
I
them
know,
cush
I
ups
know.
in. Get them cush ups in.
I'm smoking
You
right
gonna
now.
need it.
I'm literally
I
smoking
might
right
bring one.
now, bro.
Get some
I might
grabba,
bring my
man.
boy Blue in.
I
Ooh,
Get some grabba.
I don't know
Find
what
some
grappa
grab.
is, bro.
he trying to fuck you up, bro.
Find
I ain't even
find
gonna
the
be nice.
fronto leaf.
Whew.
Find fronto leaf. You could get fronto leaf out there, right? The whole leaf.
You talking about here? I don't know what they can get here.
You could probably find some
I'm in
fronto
North
leaf, bro.
Carolina. If it
Yeah,
was
I'm
in
sure.
Oklahoma,
I'm
it's just a
sure.
phone call away.
Nah,
I'm sure you
so
can.
the fronto
Nah,
leaf is just
Pronto.
like a
You can
fucking
go to a tobacco store and
yeah.
find
It's
it.
just a leaf. It's a tobacco leaf. Then you
Oh,
fucking
you know
dry
what?
that shit out, and then you crumble that shit. You can make your own
Mm.
grabba.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's the what is that? The 50-50? Is that a 50-50 or something?
Nah, you fuck around with the Rambo. That's the 70/30. That shit
Okay.
hit.
Yeah, that shit
That shit.
spicy.
I wasn't ready for that. Cause like
Yeah.
this was our first time meeting, right? So this was the first time we met, which was in Miami, right? It was our first time in the Basel, and we also I'm rolling naked. That's what I do, right? Smokey, he was rolling nakeds and some with grabba, but because I was with Rami, I had never smoked grabba before, never, right? So this shit was an experience. So they slowly introduced me to it. So I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? This ain't too bad. I can get behind this. Then Ron was like, yeah, this one's for me. He's like, it's a hair buster. I was like, oh, what? He's like, this is 70/30. I call this the Rambo. And I was like,
Mm-mm.
oh, the 70. I was like, wait.
Mm-mm.
70 what?
No. No.
He's like 70 grabba, 30 of the flower. I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready. Bro, I tapped that shit and was like, yeah, I'm done. That bitch spicy. That
Yeah,
real
nah.
spicy
When you
too.
blend it right, when you blend it right, not 70/30. When you blend it right, like it hits right, bro.
Yeah. Like a little bit ain't bad. I ain't a little bit ain't bad.
I'm
That's
sorry.
that's.
That sounds
I still like
intimidating.
mine naked. I still like mine naked. That's what you know what I'm saying. Y'all know I smoke out the bong, so
Sounds intimidating, Marcus. Sounds very, very intimidating. It
I ain't
sounds
gonna
like I
hold
don't
you.
want to
That
be
70,
around Rambo
Now
when
you
he
know
come
what
out.
I do with the bong.
that
I got the
70/30 in
layers
that
over
hoe.
there. I got the layer. I got the layer of fucking grab. I got the layer of
Oh, see, I
fucking
don't do.
weed. Another layer of grab. Another layer of
See, I don't do
weed.
that. I layer mine like
Yeah.
I do weed, keef, weed, diamonds, weed, quiche. And
I got,
then we just
mm-mm.
let it rip like Beyblades, bitch, and we just gonna get high as we can.
I gotta watch you motherfuckers. I already see that. Living in a house with y'all, I'm telling you, bro, this is shit is gonna be like real world type shit. Yeah, that's man. That's I'm telling you, you can't.
Dude, it's
If I
always
tell
been a
you
good time.
I'm good, you know that I'm good,
It's always
and
a
then
good
just don't
time.
stop giving it to me. Cause, I mean, do stop giving it to me. I'm high.
Nah, cause you
Just stop
remember
because
now, cause you know
it's gonna be
we gonna
bad.
tap in with old Dillo, cause if Dillo ain't coming, we definitely gonna make sure we got some butter on deck. And you know I like to cook,
Hey,
so
we gonna be cooking. We gonna be cooking then.
breakfast gonna be a good time. You know what I'm saying? Some infused pancake. Ooh, do some
Oh
shrimp
boy.
and grits.
Okay. Okay.
Infused shrimp and grits. Ooh, I've got ideas now. I've got ideas.
All right. Well, fill me in
Cause
on these
now
ideas at some point.
I just need to find some water soluble distillate so I can make some mocktails. And we in there like swimwear, baby. I'm gonna have
Okay.
y'all right. It's gonna be we're gonna have an infused dinner at the Creator House. I'm gonna get y'all right.
Ah,
I'm gonna hook it up. I could do that. Ooh, I could do some peach heat wings. Infuse the sauce.
shit.
Mm. Mhm. Mhm. I've got ideas. Ooh, a cappuccino mocha trifle.
See, your high has really
Ooh.
hit in right now. I think you're at the peak.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm in there. I'm in there, man. You
I
know,
think
that's when I
I
get
think you're at
creative.
the peak.
That's when I get creative. Bro, this is literally how like whenever I do cuz you know, I've done like infused dinner parties for like homies and shit. This is literally how I'll come up with the menu. I'm like, I'll get
Oh, that's dope.
blasted and be like, just tell me what y'all want and then I'll just kind of go from there. And they're like, I mean, some chicken, some steak. I'm like, veggies, like let me know what kind of veggies you want. And I'm like, all right, just leave me alone. And then I'll just get fucking blasted and I'll come up with the menu and I'll slide it back to them and they're like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, yeah, it's going down. You know what I'm saying? I've done steak where I've done all the way from raw to the most I'll ever cook is medium well. I'll never cook well done. It's just I can't do it.
Tastes horrible,
Not in
bro.
good conscience.
No flavor. No
Yeah, I
flavor.
just can't do it in good conscience. Um,
I tricked my daughter into that
but
one,
like
Marcus. Uh, yeah, I tricked my daughter into that one. Eating
you
drink. I
got
mean,
to,
eating a
cause
steak
like you
that
know,
certain way. Yeah,
yeah,
it's a good move.
you got to.
It's a
It'd
good
be
move.
like that. But then I did like a cheese tortellini like salad, like macaroni salad. Did some pan seared green beans. Um, I had uh, kebabs. The kebabs got a little tricky, but I ended up like so I smoked them and smoked them,
And
and
smoked
so
them. That's
I had a lot of flour to at my disposal. So like
hmm.
I threw some on the grill while I was smoking the kebabs and the chicken, and the fat flavor infused into the chicken. It was really cool. Um, so I smoked it and smoked it. Shit was lit. Yeah, man, I like cooking. And then you know you throw cannabis in there, and it's a good fucking time. So New York's gonna be lit. I hope y'all ready.
Kind of, but after all that guava and stuff talk, I don't know how ready I am at this point. Um, yeah, just know I ain't never been there before, so you definitely gonna have to direct me.
You got to. I mean, you know, I let my tour guys take me, and as long as I get my chopped cheese when I first get there, you know, it's all gravy. That's always the first stop.
Okay,
Joint the chopped cheese.
okay.
Oh, so you
The
remember that
proper
spot I took you
proper
to,
way.
Marcus? The bodega truck
Oh yeah,
where we got
yeah,
that chopped cheese at the bodega truck. So that dude
yeah. And
actually he opened up his own store now, bro. So
what?
he got a whole fucking chopped cheese store dedicated to all his
Oh
chopped cheese
yeah, cause yeah, his chopped cheeses and the fries too. The
and
chopped
the
cheese
fries, the
fries.
chopped cheese fries. Yep. The fucking Dominicano, bro. Yes, I
Oh
need that
no,
again.
those were so good. Yeah, Jonathan, you gonna get a right welcome. You're gonna
Appreciate
teach
that.
you. Gonna take. Yeah, you're gonna treat you well. Gonna treat you
Word.
well.
And you already know we trying to go to the Yankee game too on Sunday. So like that would be perfect because that bodega truck is up the block from Yankee Stadium.
Oh, that'd be lit.
Fucking A.
Yeah, no, that'd be lit. That'd be a whole experience to go
We
there and then
gotta
go
we
get.
gotta put together a little itinerary. Yo Nessie, we gotta link up so we
Will
could
do.
put that together, see who wants to pull up, see how many heads there are. Maybe we could collect some bread and get these tickets and then get those
Do a
tickets
group ticket
transferred.
deal.
Word. Nah, no group ticket. We just cop off like fucking off of Vivid Seats or Game Time or some shit.
Well, I meant like they might do like group ticket deals. Like some of those like websites, if you buy like so many tickets, they give you like a break on like the transaction fee or like service fees and whatnot.
Word, word. Yeah, man, we gotta get something together though.
Yeah, no, that'd be lit. Yeah, that shit's gonna be lit.
Think I smoked way too much because I am crazy high right now. Um,
Nah, come on,
like,
Jonathan. We need you to keep going, man.
Yeah,
hey
you
man,
gotta warm up, man. You ain't
I,
even got no grobs in
I
there,
mean,
bro.
come on now.
You know
It's
what? When you hit the grabber joint, man, I'm gonna make sure I have a chair ready for you, just in case,
I'm gonna
because you
need one.
definitely gonna need to sit down and just collect your bearings real quick.
Oh, you trying to say I'm gonna get lightheaded? Oh shit.
Oh, D, hell yeah,
Oh no.
you get light bodied,
Oh
bro, not just headed.
D.
You get your whole body get
Your
light.
knees gonna get weak.
Like I said, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
You ready, bro? I'm gonna give you. You're gonna have a can of Arizona. You're gonna be good, bro. You got
Oh,
Arizona iced tea.
Oh, that's my shit.
nice
You'll be
cold
all right.
Arizona.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The old
Mm.
Arnie Palmer.
It'll
The old
bring you
Arnie
right back.
Palmer.
That
Motherfucking
or some Joe tea, bro. I don't know if y'all got that out there, but Joe tea, that shit is gas too.
No, I ain't never had that.
I don't think we
Oh, you
got
gotta get
that.
him on the what is it? The sour straws. What are they?
Oh, sour power straws.
Yeah, you gotta get
Sour
him on
power
those.
straw.
Yes.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, them shits hit, especially when you
Yeah. Strawberries and mango and green apple. Wee wee wee.
yeah, them shits slap when you smack.
Okay, so
I'm telling
what
you,
is this? Is this a candy or
It's like a
something?
sour
it's a
straw. It's a
candy.
candy.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
from the bodega.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some old school shit.
You fuck with sour snacks?
Oh hell yeah, because you used to have those sour strips. My favorite candy was the Zaps. I guess they had the fuzzy stuff on the inside. Yeah, I like all those sour
Wait,
heads.
what, bitch? What?
You ain't heard
Fuzzy
about
stuff
the
on the ends.
Zaps? It's like I think they call it Zaps. You usually can get them at 7-Elevens. They used to have them on. They have them on
The
the
candy
bottom
got
shelf.
fuzzy stuff.
Yeah, like it has
I'm
like
a
a
texture
combination
dude,
of
bro. So
it
like,
causes fuzz or like fizzy or whatever in the center of the candy.
oh,
Them things are addictive as hell.
like
It's a hard
like
candy.
like pop rock type shit.
Pretty much, yeah. But you can get them in you get them
Okay.
in strips. They don't sell them individually, so you get a strip of them.
Oh,
And they cheap as shit. They keep them on a
damn.
dot on the bottom. They used to keep them on the bottom shelf at 7-Elevens. I don't know if they did, since they changed over the actual what they look like. So I don't know if they still have them, but they used to. Them shits was bomb as hell. They were cheap as shit. Yep,
Man, that's lit.
cherry and apple.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Hash snacks. Oh shit. Look at that. We've gone past an hour. So let me do a quick reset. This is Wake and Bake Radio. We do this every Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have an open platform, so feel free to request us, come kick it, come by, come rip the bong with us if you want, right? But if you're not comfortable with doing that, you got two other options. You got a little purple pill down in the corner. Go ahead, like, repost, drop a comment. Let us know how you feeling, how you vibing, what you smoking on. Okay. And then make sure to send this to all your friends. Send this to your mom and them, your nieces, your nephews, your uncle and them. Send this to everybody, right? But in your WhatsApp, your Telegram chats, your Discord, your Who's app, your My app, my WhatsApp, your Facebook, this app, that app, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere, right? Let everybody know that on Saturdays, this is the place to be, you dig? And then your final option, you can DM the Wake and Bake page. You can DM my personal page, or you can DM Rami's personal page, who's typically the voice behind the page. But today, Smokey is behind the page. And we never, and I do mean never, DM Smokey. So you probably
Don't DM me.
DM the Wake and Bake page today because controlling it. So your only option is to hit me up if you got any questions to ask, flowers to give, or GMs to shout out that you didn't want to put in the comment section. And if you didn't know, we are powered by none other than Exposed Media, man. Shout out to the gang, man. And that's my neighbor's dog. He loves, you know what I'm saying, communicating when I be out here. Cool little old dude, but he's rather loud. But yeah,
Old
we
people
was
can
vibing
be.
today,
Let's
man.
just be honest. Uh,
What are we giving away today, Marcus?
it's like
Oh
this.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh
let's just be honest.
yeah. Up top, up top, up top. We have the GM bar, which is a collab between the Wake and Bake crew and none other than Lone Star Provisions. It is a cinnamon toast crunch infused bar. It's got cinnamon toast crunch, white chocolate, marshmallows. The shit slaps. And it is a 100 milligram bar, so you must live in the continental United States. Sorry for all our friends abroad. Um, but yeah, go ahead, like, repost, and let us know your favorite edible in the comment section.
Oh boy.
And we'll choose. Yeah, there's instructions, right?
I think no, we're just doing like just interact with the post, man. Like it, retweet
Okay,
it, just interact with it.
there you go.
We got you.
Mm-mm-mm.
Damn, yo, your dog, your neighbor's dog though. Why the fuck is he barking so much, man? Tell him to shut the fuck up.
Bro, that's all
What
he
the
does,
fuck?
bro. I have no idea. I have
Shit.
no idea.
Dude's just barking out there just to bark.
I was thinking the same thing, but then you said it. That shit is hilarious because I was like, damn, Woody, shut the fuck up. He's trying to do his shit. Uh,
Word, bro. Like, damn.
that shit
I'm sure like there's nothing out there for him. And he's just barking. Unless he's barking at you, Marcus, because you got the weed, and he's like, "Yo, share that this way." I hear those bong rips.
oh, shit. Hey, some animals like to get high. Let's just be honest. There is a frog, not a frog, it's a monkey, and it likes to bite on a centipede because it gets high off of it. It won't kill it. It knows it's a
Oh, I
response to
seen
them being
that,
scared.
bro. I
And they be
seen
getting
that. Like,
high on them shits and rubbing them on they
yeah.
fur and everything. I was like, damn. See, even animals like to get high. Let's just be honest. Oh,
I
shit.
mean, catnip is damn near cat weed, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I ain't never seen no animal go crazy off of some shit like that. The way cats be.
yeah. My cat Misha does that. Whenever we needed to get in the cage or feel comfortable, just put some catnip on her pillow, and she is good to go.
That's crazy.
Mm-mm-mm.
Like
Yeah.
that shit does that.
I found it even crazy that people can smoke it. I had no idea. I'm like, that's a cheap ass herb just sitting right there. Until Cristiano came over here talking about, the mixing and stuff that he does with what he smokes. I had no fucking idea that was a thing. I was like, oh shit, really? Just smoking cannabis. You can add shit with it.
No, you
Uh,
can't put anything past that guy, Cristiano.
nah, you
He's a
right.
legend.
You right. Glad I got to kick it with him in Miami though. We had a good time.
Gotta season your weed, man. I love seasoning the weed.
I had
You
no
seasoning your
idea.
weed with catnip though?
Nah, I ain't never did no
No,
catnip now. I ain't never did. But I have smoked like a rose cone. Like I've smoked out of a rose cone, and I've used lavender before. I've always wanted to try blue lotus, um, and then you can do like mullein. Just because there's some.
The
Sorry,
fuck's that? Hold up.
I'm out
Yo,
here
What,
fighting
what
my,
what's that?
mosquitoes,
my man
bro.
did some kung fu
You
just
know what I'm
there,
saying?
bro.
Bro, I
Sound
had
like
a
you trying to kick a
mosquito
bee.
like, bro, I had
Everybody
a
wants a
mosquito
kung
go
fu
zoop in my
fighting.
ear. Mosquito just tried to kamikaze my ear, bro. I was not cool with
Oh.
that.
Oh, yeah, that sound the wings make when it gets
Yeah,
close to
nah,
the
yeah,
ear.
bro. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't rocking with that.
I feel you on that one. I feel you on that one. It gets intense very quickly.
Real quick and out of nowhere, it's like hell no, man. That's not. I'm
Yeah.
not okay. I'm not okay. That was not okay. He invaded my airspace.
I think he was in Top Gun.
No
Um
fly zone. God damn it. Stay away from me.
oh shit, man.
Like
What the
shit.
fuck?
But no. But yeah, no. There's some shit I want to try, but I haven't. The Blue Lotus. There's reasons why I want to try that. Because I've had Blue Lotus tea before, and so like it wouldn't be my first time that I've ingested it. I just want to see how it differs. Because the tea that I drank was woo boy. That was an interesting time because I drank the tea and then immediately meditated right after. Well, I did breath work and then it led into the meditation, and then whew, that was that was a time, boy. Let me tell you, if you've never done that, you drink some Blue Lotus tea and then you go into breath work and then right into a meditation. It's rowdy. It's a rowdy time.
You know what? Did you say that? The what is it? The place that I used to get my crystals from here. So
Hmm.
they remodeled and now it's a tea spot. So they got all these rare teas and different things in there. And then in the back they have a room where you could do things like meditation and stuff. I put the video out where I was when they were standing in my daughter and my mom were standing in the gong and I was hitting it in the singing
Yeah, I
bowls.
seen it. Yeah, I
Well,
seen it.
behind it is a wall. That brick wall is all salt, Himalayan salt bricks in the wall, as well as I found out that the that room is sitting on a bunch of ley lines. Like there's a lot of energy in this room when you go in there, just like positive energy. You feel great, and it's it's just crazy because I was like, dang, that's just wild. And then the lady that works at the other spot, the apothecary shop, she, the black woman, she came up from New Orleans. This woman was in the movie Sinners. She was one of them women back there in the background, um, because of her practices, being from down there. But she's Blackfoot also, Marcus.
How intriguing.
I know. I was like, we're definitely related.
Right.
Did
Somehow, some
anybody
way.
watch that yet? Y'all watch
I
Sinners
haven't
yet?
seen it yet. I
I
haven't
haven't
seen
seen
it
it yet.
yet.
It's on my
Yeah,
it's on
me
my
neither.
list though. It's on my list.
It's on mine too, man. I
I
definitely
just
want to
don't
watch
go to
that.
the movies, man. I don't. Y'all know I don't people often like that.
I go in
So
very
like,
early in the day.
if I
Nobody's
go
there.
see right, I'm gonna go catch the matinee, or I'm gonna just wait until it's like right about to leave the theater when ain't nobody really going to see it, and then I'll go watch
Mhm.
it. Cause I'll just wait for the shit to hit. You know what I'm saying? Stream it.
Facts.
That's
Facts.
what I'm waiting for. I'm definitely waiting for the stream. That shit comes faster than like the way back in the days when we used to wait for VHSs to drop, bro. That
Yeah.
shit used to take like a whole year. Now
Lord,
it's
Well,
that
like
was.
3 months and you got that shit on HBO
I mean,
Max.
you gotta have Voodoo though if you want it early, which now they call Fandango bought them. So I think that's the reason why that movies when they come out digital, they come out on Fandango, Voodoo first, the digital platform, because it always pops up on there first for you to buy it or rent it before anybody. So I
Oh, no, I'm
always
not
go
trying to
there.
buy it.
I
I'm
go
not
there
trying to
first.
rent it. I'm trying to
I know.
stream it on HBO or Stars or
I can
whatever.
understand that. I'm good. I want to own it. And then my whole family gets to watch it because I have 690 movies, but my whole family's linked to my stuff. So my library is for everybody. It's not just for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's the
You're a
breakdown.
good dude, man. You're a good dude. Because me, I say fuck them.
Yeah, I could see that, but
But
I
I
like
don't
movies.
though. I give everybody my password, bro. My family got my password to like Disney Plus and all my shits. So I hold it down. I see what you mean though. But like in terms of buying movies though, bro, the only movie I bought was like, and this was like on Apple movie, was definitely, it was all the Jane Silent Bob movies. I think I bought there was a time where like I wanted to watch Jason for
Okay.
Halloween, but I wanted to watch all of them. So I bought like the master collection of all the Friday the 13s. And there's some other shit there. Oh yeah, Back to the Future, of course. The whole collection of that, one, two, and three.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I've been collecting since Voodoo when they started. The year they started is when I started collecting. My first two movies I had was um what's the name it what's Gangs of New York, and there was a Brotherhood movie that was really really dope. Those are the first two movies I had. I only had two, but I'm a person that likes to really watch movies a lot, and I like to watch them more times than one because for one, I pick up different things I didn't notice before, but also if I watch a certain movie at a certain time in my life, it gives me answers that it didn't normally give me before. So that's another reason why I watch a lot of movies and I keep them. Like the way people read books later and then they learn more stuff. That's how I am with movies. Y'all collect cards and all that. I collect movies because there's like, to me personally, for me, I catch hidden messages in movies, like very very deep philosophical type shit. And I don't think that the directors and people that write these movies and these scripts, I don't think they understand that you're pulling from another side. So the message that's in there is embedded in what you made, and not everybody's gonna
Uh,
catch it. What?
they
What you
know what
mean?
they're doing.
I know,
They know
I
what they're doing.
know, but you see what I'm
It's
saying.
not by
You
mistake
you
or
you are
chance
right. You you are right.
that
You
they've been
know.
put in that position. They know what they're doing,
You
and
right. You right.
that's how they use that to tell their truths, the things that they can't say.
You should have said that about the
That's
news.
why.
That's what I should
Yes,
have said.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I
yeah,
should have
yeah,
said.
yeah.
My
But
bad.
movies
Uh,
and shit, they know what they're doing. They write the scripts, they review it, they tweak stuff. They know what's in there. They know what
well,
they're saying. They
I'm
know what they're
catching the
doing.
message. I'm catching the message every time. No miss, no
A
fail.
thousand percent.
You know what I'm
A
saying? It's
thousand
cool.
percent. No, because I'm the same way. I go back to, obviously VHS days, but we talking when I was an adult, hitting Walmart with the $5 bins, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Getting all the movies. Those were the golden days.
Fuck yeah.
That was
You
when
standing
Walmart was
around there
still
talking to
24
people,
hours.
trying to find movies, standing in a
You
circle with a bunch of people
absolutely
talking.
blasted at 3 a.m. going to the $5 movie bin to go find
Yeah,
something to watch while
100%.
you're faded.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times, man. Good times. Then you hit Taco Bell,
Taco Bell.
get you some of the dollar Chipotle chicken flatbreads that they had. Get you a dozen cookies from McDonald's fresh.
The good old
Good
days,
times,
man, when we
man.
had a dollar menu, man.
When the dollar menu was still a
Yeah,
Ah,
dollar.
that's gone.
Ah.
that shit is gone. Now you could
Bye
buy
bye.
one, get one for $1. Like, the
Yeah,
fuck is
yeah.
that?
It's like you go into the clothing store when they tell you on the shirt stuff. It's like you do know I'm supposed to be consuming this, right? I'm not trying to put this on my body.
Right,
So fucking
man.
a.
Man.
I loved
You
Walmart.
know, now, dude, like you
Oh,
literally like if you want a meal for under like $5, you have to go to Costco. Like that's the only shit that I can think of that's still like $3. You get a fucking soda and a fucking slice for like $3.
hey,
So people be hanging out.
oh,
That's why they be hanging out there.
trying to go down a
That's
rabbit hole.
exactly why they hang out.
Y'all trying to go down a rabbit hole?
Let's go down that bit.
Hey, what's up with the mothership off the coast of Florida?
Wait, what mothership?
Man, it's
What mothership? There's a mothership out there?
Yeah,
Like
How
it,
about the
like
people talking
like a
about that the Anunnaki supposed to be coming back in the next couple of years?
it's been there
word?
for a while.
How
Just
about the
kind of cloaked.
government announced how they talked about that there's a galactic federation that is made up of multiple planets and galaxies, or that they've identified 7 different flying UAPs, but they've also quietly announced they are also submersives, unidentified submersive phenomenon as well. Um, and that they've acknowledged like nine different types of extraterrestrials.
In the waters?
No, like they've identified that they've been in contact or been communicated by 9 different types: reptilian, the Nordic, the Greys. There's an insect variety. Um, yeah, there's a couple other ones. Yeah, it's crazy, man. All this shit is coming out during like these congressional hearings that are just quietly going under the radar.
Dude, that's super under the radar because I didn't
Oh
hear
yeah.
any of this. I haven't heard any
These
of
are
Are,
all
this.
happening at
are these
live,
broadcasts on C-SPAN or
open.
Like,
something?
These are being broadcast. These are live,
Oh, I got to
open
watch these.
congressional. Yes, yes, on UAPs.
Okay, I need to. Yes, I'm definitely gonna have to watch this shit right here for real.
I'm sitting here just like, what the actual fuck yuck is happening?
The truth, and there ain't nothing they can do
Yeah,
about
I
it.
mean it's the age of Aquarius. You know what I'm saying?
You know, you can't stop it.
All of that shit. Yeah, you can't stop it, man.
You can't stop
You can't stop it. The
it.
the
Yeah,
the knowledge, the information will come out. You know what I'm saying? People
it's
talking about now people are looking more into the GATE program and all of that and the gateway process and all of that. All these CIA documents that talk about consciousness actually not residing inside the body and being existential, and they have science to prove it. Like shit that we've been talking about.
well, you know,
Now
at
they're
this point, they
confirming
have
and
to
all
tell
that
us the
shit.
truth. They have
Exactly. They
no
don't have no
choice. They got
choice.
to open all the books, all the doors. The locks are. There is no locks. You gotta let it all out
Hmm.
now. But
Them
you gonna
talking
see
about they're
if
gonna.
people gonna go
Oh,
crazy
oh.
or
How
not.
about
Uh,
how about we got actual fucking alchemy before we got GTA 6? They turned a piece of lead into fucking
oh yes,
gold.
yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
How do we
Oh,
have actual fucking alchemy before GTA 6? But why are we not talking about that? They've actually done it. They turned lead into fucking gold. And
damn, I
they're
gotta
about to
see that.
restart.
You gotta show me that, bro. Send that video over, bro,
I mean, it's on
or
X. Matter of
whatever.
fact,
like,
in the TL.
yeah,
I
like
gotta
this shit is
see that.
actively like going on and no one's talking about it. They're about to restart CERN in July. They're turning CERN back on in July. Like
Oh, they
there's a
wildin'.
lot of shit.
They
That's
always
what I'm saying.
wildin'.
There's a lot of shit going on and no one's talking about it. I be going deep down these rabbit holes, guys. This is what I do. I smoke weed and I know things. And I go down rabbit holes.
Mm,
Yeah, shit's crazy. There's a lot
I
of shit
thought that would
happening
have
and
been
no
it,
one's really talking
but they
about
talking about
I heard
Charybdis.
Antarctica, like,
What's at the
I heard
top
is like
stories?
recovering.
it. Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
heard like
That's
that.
weird, right?
Yeah,
How's it just if we are having global warming, how is it magically acquiring that much ice at that much speed? We're talking
sounds man made to me.
Yeah,
megatons of ice. Megatons. That's crazy.
yeah.
Like that's a crazy measurement. Megatons of ice being just reformed down at the old Antarctic. But we're in a global warming. So please tell me how is that happening?
Lies, none but lies, more lies. On top of some
Mm.
more lies,
all
man.
these all these pyramids that are now popping up all across the world as we know it.
Yeah,
old maps resurfacing from the CIA showing a lot more land than we say is out there. Like, this wild shit happening, man. Just saying, pay attention to not necessarily what's in the news. Oh, anybody know about those fucking volcanoes? That volcano that's about to erupt that's going to cause like
Yeah,
10,000 earthquakes in a crazy, right? Crazy
yeah,
shit.
yeah. I saw that. They had a guy many years back do a lecture over what he really believes about the planet and what the pyramids are really here for. And he was talking about, which I think he might have been talking about flat Earth theory on this one, but this is what he said. He said that from his calculations and all his research that he did. Now, granted, he was killed after he did this actual lecture. It's video taped. It's on YouTube. But anyway, his theory of it is that they were weights to kind of like when you have something that's unlevel, how you use weights to balance everything out. And his theory on that was that though the pyramids are all around the planet and they're used as counterweights to keep everything on its axis or the way it's supposed to, sit level. And I was like, that's crazy because if his theory is correct, which he got killed for, so maybe it is, or pretty close to it, then that doesn't happen on, you don't need that on a ball, not in the middle. You usually need it on a flat surface. I was like, okay, that is kind of goes into, dome thinking, but I don't really know. But I just found it very interesting, his lecture, and then afterwards he was gone mysteriously. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know they've announced or they've come out with more information that state that the pyramids are a lot larger than we actually think, and they go a lot further down into the ground, and there's water at the bottom of them. Um, they actually released all that information in another one of those good old congressional hearings. So
Man, yes. You
there's a
just
lot of
telling me
shit
I need to
happening in
go
these,
look at them.
and yeah,
Like
there's a lot of shit
fucking
happening in
A.
these like open like
That's
congressional
crazy.
meetings, and these people are just like divulging all of this information. Just all these whistleblowers are now coming to light, just dropping all of this information. Shit's crazy. Um, it's just gonna get more and more interesting. Like, stop looking at the entertainment shit, right? They gotta throw some shit out there to distract you, right? So stop paying attention to the entertainment shit. Pay attention to really what's going on. There's just a lot of shit happening. A lot of crazy shit that's being announced. They said they can summon those fucking UAPs with frequency. Oh, and they're being a lot more forthcoming about how all things are just different levels of frequencies. So
Mm.
yeah, there is a lot of information, a lot of shit coming out.
Well, I got a question for you. Did you hear about the I guess one of the largest plantations in White Castle,
Yes, in
Louisiana burned to
Louisiana.
the ground? I was
Yeah,
like,
after
wow.
Annabelle left the city.
Oh yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, after the Annabelle doll left Louisiana, New Orleans to be specific, and then the largest and oldest plantation in Louisiana goes up in flames. Oh yeah, I heard about it. Yeah, I
Wait,
seen it.
what?
That's
I did not hear
crazy,
about
man.
that. The
Yeah, I'm looking at it
Annabelle
right
doll
now.
has disappeared.
No, 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 no. It's the
No, the
Annabelle
family
doll
should
is on
still
a
have it.
world tour
Yeah, the family should still have it.
or the U.S. tour. The Annabelle doll is literally touring cities in the
Oh nah.
U.S.
You
So it
you
just
shouldn't do that.
left New Orleans in the French Quarter. So that's where it was. It was in New Orleans last. So like they've got the actual Annabelle doll in this like wooden box that's got like all these religious carvings on it and sigils, and it's constantly being hit with holy water. The wood was soaked in holy water, like, and it's literally going on this world tour or this United States tour right now. And so it was in New Orleans. They had it down in the French Quarter and everything. And then boom, the Annabelle doll leaves. It's on its way to its next destination.
Yeah,
Then
Oh hell no.
there's
the
more.
plantation,
I'm not with
that
that.
plantation, it was the largest plantation, right? Down there goes just up in flames.
Man,
After
Like
the
you can
after the
I'm
the
not gonna
doll
literally
listen.
left.
after the doll left.
Yeah, yeah. You
Oh
that
lord.
that doll is always been with the family, the husband and father. I can't remember their name. The husband and wife. I can't remember their name. They got all the movies. The Conjuring movies are based on them, and they always had it. I think it was like in Pennsylvania or something like that at their place. I'm wondering, did the mother, did the husband and wife already pass? And that's why they're doing that because they said they would never do anything like that before. So now I'm wondering what change of hand happens because I know the whole history, the real history about that doll, and you do not want to have that thing anywhere near anywhere you at because
Yeah, it's
that stuff
terrifying.
seeps through that whatever the seals that they had the whole room sealed regularly. There's no way you can keep that type of energy contained traveling it around and it's not in a set locked place. It don't work like that, man. It just doesn't. Because everywhere is the energy's different. So it's gonna bleed out. And that's where it bled out to. That would be like one of the most evil places in Louisiana if you really think about it. So I mean, come on now. I want to know what changed hands and why they did that cuz that I know quite a bit about that family because of the movies and learning about them that's just not a smart move. Like that thing was supposed to it's supposed to stay contained where it was originally at. That's where the most power was to hold it. But them traveling with it, I don't like that at all. I don't want it. I damn sure don't want it in my state. I'm good. I am totally good. It is pure chaos. Not a good move.
Like, why don't they just take that shit? Like, if it's that bad, why don't they just take that fucking doll, put some fucking weights on that bitch, and just fucking take it to like the deepest part of like the ocean and just drop that bitch down there?
You can't do that.
Why not?
Because at the end of the day, if something that holds that amount of raw power, it needs the vessel. That's what like the Annabelle doll is like the equivalent to a voodoo doll. It's a containment. It's something you can hold it in. If that containment gets destroyed, it breaks the barrier of what you've put it in to hold it. And if you do that, then it just transfers like the movie Fallen and it jumps from body to body. And that's not a good move, man. You want to keep it contained, but you cannot move something like that around. The climate changes, things expand that didn't expand before. If you've seen any movie that has a salt circle around it, if you break it, then it holds no power no more. That's not just a game. That's real shit. So if they contain it in a box that's actually supposed to be holding it and it's supposed to be holy or whatever, with it traveling to different climates and stuff, things will seep through and it'll leach out. That's why you're not supposed to move stuff like that. It's supposed to stay where it's at. You come see it, it's not supposed to leave. And they have a lot of powerful stuff in there that can wreck shop to the entire planet. With the raw, just bad energy in it. Somebody looked at I think what was it? Somebody looked at that thing and was, talking about it like it was a piece of shit, I guess, or whatever. And later on, that person got very sick. I believe they died, matter of fact. It's not it's not something to fuck with, like at all. So I'm telling y'all, you don't want to be nowhere near that thing. From my honest opinion of learning about spirituality and stuff and those darker things since I was like 18 years old, you do not want to be anywhere near it. It's gonna be bad. Sorry.
Yeah, I ain't playing with that. No, no, no bad juju on this side
I'm
or on the
glad you
parts
said it
of it.
though. I didn't know that. I'm glad you said
Mhm,
something about it.
mhm. You know, the only way I found out is because it's next destination that it's currently at right now.
Where's
King
that at?
Figure. Can you take a guess?
New York?
Nope.
Dang. Trying to see
Texas.
that shit.
Take a guess. Just take a wild guess of why
Texas?
I. Bingo.
Damn.
Texas?
Texas?
What? You can get even more specific if you would
Oh
like.
yeah?
Is
It's
it
in
going to
Yeah.
Austin?
Austin?
Nope.
San Antonio?
Yep.
Word? It's
Oh
on your block?
fuck.
It's already here.
You need to go
Oh
see that
shit.
shit.
No,
I'm
you
not going
motherfucking
there.
asshole.
You
No,
better
the
go over
hell
there
no.
and take some selfies with that bitch.
Say, don't
No, the
even drive
hell.
past the building.
Bitch, I'm not going. I'm staying clear from that side of town. I don't want no
Swear.
parts.
Come on, man. It
No
came there to
parts.
see you, bro. You gotta go see it.
No parts.
When is it coming to New York?
And then here's the part
And
though.
and
It's
how much?
down.
Like, do you have to pay to go
It's
see the
down
shit?
by the Alamo.
Wow, by the out.
The Alamo Draft House?
No,
No,
fool.
you
The
asshole.
Alamo.
You know the Alamo where the war
Remember the
happened.
Alamo.
You know, they what is it? Yeah.
Nah, man. I only know the Alamo Draft House movie theater.
Lord have
Nah,
mercy.
that's what it came from.
Educate you.
That's what the
I'm
name
gonna have to
came from.
educate you.
Ridiculous, man.
It was
Uh,
originally called the Mission San Antonio de Valero. That was what it was originally called. Uh, but yeah, that's where it's down there by the Alamo. A lot of fighting, a lot of bad shit happened. A lot of death.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Yo, when is that shit coming to New York though? For real, I'm trying to go see that shit.
It's
mm,
definitely probably the
and
last
I know
place that it needs to be. All
I'm
that
gonna have to
energy
look
up
that
there.
up.
I'm
You're
seeing
not
how
trying
they
to see
got
that?
that.
I'm not scared
Yeah,
of that, man.
yeah.
You
You
know,
ain't
it's
it?
cool.
What's up?
It's not
I
about
don't
your
even.
fear.
I don't even
Hold
believe
on,
in it.
hold on, hold on. The homie prophets is here. I ain't got to speak to her in a little minute. What up?
What's good, guys? Happy
Yo,
Saturday.
Happy
Happy
GM
What's
Saturday.
up?
profits.
Saturday.
I
You
was
okay?
enjoying the convo. Oh, I'm horizontal right now.
I believe it.
I'm mentally preparing to walk for the next like 6 hours. I gotta go somewhere in a few.
Oh Lord.
Yo, profits. The if the fucking Annabelle doll comes to Miami, you gonna go see it?
I was about to ask you guys, what are you guys talking about?
You know the Annabelle doll? Like they
And
made the movie Annabelle,
yes.
the scary movie that's based on a true story about the doll. Yeah,
Oh, yes. Ew,
it's
yes. That shit's
touring.
scary as hell.
It's touring the United States right now. It just left Louisiana,
Oh,
and then after it left Louisiana, the largest and oldest plantation house in Louisiana burnt up,
no
engulfed.
way.
Hmm.
That's
You can look this up. Yeah, and so
some
now it is in my
Santeria
city.
shit going on.
Yeah, it's in my city. And this fool was like, "Oh, you should go see it." Hell no, I'm not even going to that side of town, bro. It's down there by the Alamo too. Yeah, hell, hell no, hell no.
Yeah, that's a no.
That's a big no. I'm not playing those games. Mm-mm. I don't want no parts of that.
Shit's crazy.
No parts.
Remember when the first paranormal activity came out?
Yes.
That shit was wild.
Yo, that should have
Uh,
me like.
And now it's just
uh
paranormal life.
True.
Right. The facts. Literally, just
You think it'd follow you, man? I don't think
Yeah,
so.
yeah. No, I'm sorry, homie,
Okay.
but you would be wrong
So
again,
also,
You'll be
Smokey.
fine, bro. You're fine,
listen,
bro.
listen.
You got good
Here, I'm
energy.
I'm
That
gonna
shit
throw
can't
I'm gonna throw
attach
another
itself to
I'm gonna
you.
throw another
That ain't how
another
it works.
icing on the cake. Okay, so right across the street from the Alamo, where the church is, there's a hotel. Okay, this hotel is named after one of the women she was one of the wives of one of the generals. She was killed. Okay, and she was of mixed race. She was killed. She haunts the fucking hotel across the street. You can literally go do a ghost tour at the hotel. And everyone says it's one of the scariest things that they've ever experienced in their life. Bruh, it's literally, and that's right across the street from the Alamo. And then the goddamn Annabelle doll is not too far from there. Yeah, nah, I don't want no parts of that. I'm keeping my ass out of downtown. I'm gonna stay up here on my side of town,
Is
and
that
we're not gonna play those
what is that
games.
noise? Are they coming to get your ass?
Nah, I be out here on nature. I like to smoke outside. The
I'm
birds
just kidding.
be, they
The birds.
protected me. They
Yeah, they,
protected me. They out here. They got my back.
bro, it's officially summer, bro. It's 94 degrees.
Look, I don't want to hear it. It
Yeah,
was
for real.
105 on Wednesday. A hundred
Y'all
and
ready to y'all
five.
ready to breathe all that exhaust when y'all come to New York?
That's what I was literally about to say. I'm not ready for that.
No,
Humidity
I'm not.
and exhaust, vehicle exhaust.
Rowdy
I didn't even think
conversation.
Yeah.
about that. I've never thought about that before until right now. Thank you. Appreciate
Rowdy
that.
conversation.
Ah, fucking A.
Nah, you can keep that. I'll endure it. Yo, I
Oh.
will say, oh Jonathan, it is not a joke. Them fucking rats are like the size of fucking cats up there, bro. We
People
seen
keep
one one
saying
day.
that.
We were leaving. Where we were? Did we leave? Was it the Odie Labs, Jones? We was leaving, and we was trying to get food or some shit, and one of them bitches ran across the street. It was massive. It was a goddamn Pokemon. It was a rat attack. Bitch was huge.
I'm out there with fucking master splinters and shit. The
Yeah,
fuck?
yep, yeah. Shit's
You know
funny.
what? But I saw something that they said the most rats are in Manhattan. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not, but that was a rumor, I guess. Never been up there, so I don't know.
They're everywhere, bro.
I believe that. That's why I'm like,
They're
well,
everywhere.
it's a city.
Yeah, you're gonna run into it, especially at night. There be some rat cats out there. Be careful.
Say rat cats, okay.
Yeah,
They
man.
probably beat up cats, to be honest with you.
They definitely do. They'll beat you up and take your pizza, bro. Seen it happen.
Okay, that sounds like yeah. I, I got a battle a fucking rat for food that I paid for.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. And
We gonna
most
have to.
likely that rat gonna win because you're gonna be skeeved the fuck out and just be like, yo, just take my shit. I'm out of here, man.
We gonna have to
I
run
don't
them
even want
lines
this.
for your halal food, bro.
I saw a fucking rat drinking out of a fucking soda cup.
That's outrageous.
Yeah,
That's out fucking
That's
rageous.
damn near disturbing right there. You got a bunch of an army of people walking around that got fur on them.
pretty much. Pretty much. They just need to tear down that whole subway system, man, and redo it.
So who's the Rat King though? Because somebody's got to be the Rat King. I mean, he has to be living there. So who's the Rat King?
Shit, bro. There probably is one. He's
Yeah,
definitely down there, living in the sewer with all those rats. Yo, I'm
fucking
looking
A.
up this Annabelle shit right now, bro. This shit is
Yeah,
wild.
it's crazy, right?
They really on tour with this shit as wild.
Yeah, it's just not a good move, man. It's just gonna spread chaos everywhere that fucking thing go. It's gonna be chaotic. Just not a good move, man. Especially with all the people that's in like depression, recession, like not getting no funds in kind of stuff. It's it's literally the whole country mostly. Why would you take that type of energy and just travel around with it? I'm beside myself about it. Marcus, you didn't brought me this information, and yeah, this some bullshit.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Bro, I'm plagued with all kinds of just random shit because I just go down these rabbit holes. And this is the shit that I find out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And I don't
Right?
see how nobody else knows this, so. My job, I feel like, is to bring it to y'all so I can plague y'all minds with it just as much as I plague my own.
That plagues mine, definitely. That's not even the field that I've been researching things in. So that plagues my
Hmm.
mind
Hmm.
heavily because I know about that fucking doll. And it's not what y'all think. What they portrayed in that movie was to try to show you what kind of evil was inside and put it out in the front for you. In real life, if y'all know about the Raggedy Ann doll, if you're old enough, that's what it is. It's literally a Raggedy Ann doll. It looks like very unassuming, crappy made and everything, but it's literally the old Raggedy Ann doll before they made it what, kids eventually got when it was smaller. It was big, like a big ass balloon. It was ugly as hell and it wasn't well put together, but there is a fucking shitload of dark power in that thing.
Nah,
But
Marcus, you gotta go see that shit, bro. It was from 4 to 11. You gotta
he's
go
such an
see that shit, bro.
asshole.
You
You
can
you got
kiss my
you gotta
Four
ass.
take
to
some
11.
selfies with that
I'm
shit, bro.
not
Come on,
going. Bro, I'm not even going downtown, bro. It's not happening.
bro. I need to
I'm
see
not
you.
doing
I
it.
need to see a new Instagram post with you and that fucking Annabelle doll
You
selfied up.
wild.
You trying to do that shit
You
like a
wild.
scary movie situation or something with Marlon when he was with the Annabelle doll.
Yo,
Nah.
you
That
gotta
ghost
like,
movie.
yo, we gotta
Nah.
plan the heist, bro. Plan the fucking heist. Take that shit home.
You
You wouldn't
crazy.
make it. You wouldn't make it out of the place it's at.
I team, nah, hell nah. I don't want no parts of that. No
Fuck no.
parts whatsoever. None.
Bro,
Cause
you
like
crazy? That shit can't touch you, man. Your fucking your spirit is way too strong for that, bro. It's only for the
I
weak.
don't want no parts
Man, I'll
of that.
fucking stomp that doll the fuck out, man.
You know
Yeah,
what?
all
You
right.
know what? We have realized that in a movie, a horror movie situation, normally they would say the black guy dies first, but it actually would be you,
That's gonna be the Dominican
because the
guy.
tough
You
guy,
crazy?
Yeah,
Because I'm
you
not.
the
definitely
tough guy
I
gets
you
got first
definitely
every
taking
time.
that one. You
it's gonna
definitely
be the
taking that one.
Dominican guy for sure.
Yeah,
I
we'll
ain't going
smoke for you
down.
though. No guava, because I'm about to be running. I can't. I can't. If I can't feel my legs, I can't run. That's a problem.
not
Uh,
not not guava, not the fruit, not guava, grava.
Grava, yeah, not that one either. Neither one of them. So, yeah, no, I'm
Bless his
I'm
heart.
I'm good. Fuck all of that. I'm hot
You
too,
got
so
it. I know. I know. I'm telling you, bro. It's come. It's training. Don't worry. You'll be there when we get to New York. You'll be able to keep up. I have faith in you. I have faith. Well, let's welcome Frankie J to the stage. What's happening? Welcome to Wake and Bake
What
Radio.
up, Frankie?
What's happening with you?
Yo, what's good? Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, Frankie. Are
Happy
you going to
Saturday.
go see the Annabelle doll if it comes to your house on
Frankie,
tour?
Frankie, are
No,
you stalking me?
I saw you in here, so I popped in.
a
But
little stalker ish.
Sounds like a stalker to me, Prof.
I'm fucking around. What's up, bro?
hey, man, every big Web3 personality deserves a few stalkers. Okay.
He's fair. He's right. He's right.
Happy
As long as they
Saturday.
keep it
What's good?
online.
Um, what about the Annabelle doll? What is it, a movie? I don't like scary movies, man. Here's the thing. I, I don't like being startled, man. I like movies that are like scary, that get me thinking. I'm like, ooh, like what about this? I don't like to be jump scared, bro. I don't enjoy that. I don't know why people like that, but I mean, teach their own. But no, I'm good. I like a scary movie I do like a lot is Silent Hill, and I know that caught a lot of
Mm,
shit. That movie caught a lot of shit, but I
yeah,
thought it was pretty good.
yeah.
Silent Hill 2 is possibly the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
Horrible.
I couldn't follow it at all. I was like, what are you guys doing? It was just so
Oh,
bad.
I can name some really bad movies like Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh
Oh shit.
no.
That one, oh, that
You
was
had to
so
bring that
bad.
one up,
Mm-mm.
man.
That was
Come on,
so
man.
Mm-mm.
bad,
See,
bro.
Why you
see
had
what
to
That
I
was
bring
did.
that up,
so
See
bro?
what I
bad.
did there.
Oh, that was so
Wow.
bad. Yeah, that was bad, bro.
Dude, remember the fucking OG Budokai games? Fuck, those were good days,
Oh,
man.
those were the good days, man.
Oh yeah. Fucking
Those good
figuring out how
times.
to get like Cell into his perfect form and shit, and beating the brakes off fucking Krillin or whoever the hell.
Damn, that was good times. Budokai was just a different breed of game. Like you had to be good because otherwise you were going to get real mad real quick because people was gonna beat your ass. Like no mercy. You're not gonna get a hit off. You're just gonna get worked.
Dude, speaking of No Mercy, I don't know how old people are here, but you guys ever played WWE No Mercy?
Fuck
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Hell
Fuck
Let's
yeah,
yeah.
bro.
fucking go.
Black
That shit was a
cartridge.
good time.
Come on, man.
Yup.
Yes,
Yep.
The OG
sir.
Black Cartridge.
Yes, sir.
Damn. I still feel like the Intercontinental Championship was the best storyline, but what do I know?
Hey,
Now,
facts.
No Mercy was a perfect wrestling game. Like that shit had all the dope physics. The fucking TLC matches were awesome on that. The belts were dope. Like it was definitely what we wanted.
Dude, the fucking best, man. The fucking best is getting the bell from the audience that goes ding when you hit somebody with it, and then Austin Powers, like when you pressed A, like near the guy's head, and he's on his back, and he just like bashes his head on the ground. It's like ding, 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 just beating this guy's head against the bell, dude. That was like the pinnacle. I feel like I peaked like in life in that moment. It's all coming
Dude,
back.
dude, those were great times.
Def
Yeah.
Jam, Fight for New York. I mean, come on now. I had to bring it
Yes.
up. I had to
Dude, I
bring it
have a
up.
Yes.
copy of that. I didn't realize how expensive that
What?
was.
You
Fuck
have a
yeah. It's a
copy?
collector's item, bro. Like,
Yeah,
ah,
dude, I have Def Jam. I didn't. There's a second one that I don't have though. I don't have
Def
the
Jam
original case
Vendetta?
for it. It's in
yeah.
like some weird case. I don't know. I looked in it. And I moved and I was looking all through all my PS2 games. I found Def Jam Fight for New York in like some weird case. I was like, let's go. I gotta fucking play that.
Does anybody
That game is
remember
fun.
the the oh shit, what was it? The claymation Celebrity Deathmatch video game on PlayStation 1.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yes. There
My
was
friend had it. I didn't have it.
that. So funny story, mom's being strict, right? So my mom wouldn't let me watch certain. We did first off, we didn't have cable, but she wouldn't let us watch like The Simpsons, King of the Hill. We'd sneak and watch it, obviously. So somehow, some way, I convinced my mom to buy me Celebrity Deathmatch, and she did. Boy,
It's a W, mom.
she
She thought
she
it was a
took
cartoon
that
game.
game so quick.
She almost whooped your ass, didn't she? She
Yeah, she
almost
thought it
Yes,
whooped
was a
your ass.
she
cartoon
She was
so
game.
time
you've met my
machine.
mom. You've met my mom, so
You
yes,
almost
Hell
you
got
yeah.
the
know.
whooping.
You met my mom, so you know. She was pissed. Oh, she was pissed when she found out what happened. We
She
didn't
got
see that
fucking
game for,
bamboozled.
yeah, we didn't see that game for a good year and a half.
Dude,
Disappeared.
I was pretty sheltered too. I wasn't allowed to have any of those kind of games. But when I finally did get Grand Theft Auto, it was a glorious fucking day.
And my mom was pretty cool,
Ah,
man. She never
Thanks.
really she never really fucked with any of the video games that I got. Like she was cool with it.
You from New York, bro? Different breed.
I
hey,
guess.
my mom didn't
I
care
guess.
either. My mom didn't
She
care.
she rented she bought me Duke Nukem, like, I was like 9 years
I'm here
old,
to
bro.
kick ass and chew bubble gum. That's all
You
y'all
know,
Uh,
I
chew
will
bubble
say
gum.
though, even though my mom was strict, she did. I was like 9 years old, sitting there in my room. I don't know what I was doing. My mom comes in. She goes, "I probably shouldn't show you this. I'll never forget." She goes, "I probably shouldn't. You shouldn't let you watch this, but it's too funny not to." And she turns on George Carlin, Complaints and Grievances. I'm not sure
well, that's
if you
education.
remember that.
That's
I had
education
fucking
right there.
dude. I had bullshit fuck you up yours, get lady, chit drop that, jack me off, suck this memorized since I was 9 years old. I sat there for like 30 minutes rewinding that and memorizing that sequence of fucking cuss words.
That's legendary.
We can
Yeah, man.
tell. Shit.
Explains a lot about who I am as a person.
Oh, fucking A, man.
I used to. So my grandmother she had a record player, and so I used to listen to records of George Carlin. I had listened to Robin Williams, Richard Pryor on like old records. Like my granny used to play them. So like that was like the little secret thing that me and my big granny used to do. My great grandmother used to do.
Dude, that's awesome. Me and my grandma, my grandma used to play, we played Diablo. I don't know if you guys remember Diablo, like the video game. I'd sit on her
Yep.
lap. I was like 6 years old, bro. I was too scared to like even like look at the screen sometimes, but I would just do the potions. I was in charge of the potions. And sometimes I would be too scared to do the potions. She'd get mad at me. She'd be like, Mio, where are the fucking potions? I was like, fuck. Grandma, I'm sorry. I got too
It's probably
scared.
the
Like
dopest grandma
I'm sorry.
story.
Too
Um,
frightened.
Like grandma.
for Diablo, that's definitely the dopest grandma story. To be honest with you, I grew
Mm-hmm.
up on horror movies, so my mom realized that horror movies didn't affect me when I was really, really young. So I've been watching horror movies probably since I was like maybe one or two. Um,
That's great.
but it just didn't bother me. You know what I mean? But everybody else it did. And my mom wanted to watch horror movies, so we used to sit and watch them together. But that's what we do. We watch movies together and have conversations about them. It's a good time.
Shout out to the OG grannies out there, man.
Fuck yeah.
Was,
Shout out to the
you know what I'm
Grammys,
saying?
dude.
Shout out to the grannies, man. Big shout out to the grannies, cause man, mine taught me how to sew, taught me how to cook, work on cars, woodwork, grow, garden. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the grannies out there.
Mom was my
Dude, my
mom. It's like,
You know, we love we love them all. You know, we just grannies hold a special heart because like my grandmother used to play Pokemon with me. She even bought a Game Boy so she could play with us and trade and stuff. And then years later, when she was living with me, she passed her cards down to the kids, to my kids,
oh, that's cool.
and and
That's cool.
the games to them. So like, you know, what I'm saying she's super dope. And so like, the grannies, and I hope, you know what I'm saying, we bring some new flavor, as the time approaches, you know what I'm saying, not our time, but our parents, hopefully they have a nice little flavor, but there's still that element, that's one thing that we need to keep, right? Is that element of family.
oh yeah.
It seems to get lost, right? And then the traditions and then those stories. There's some real cool things out there that I've seen in like Barnes and Nobles and stuff for like those people who live abroad, right? Send these books and it's like, Grandma, I want to hear your story. Mom, I want to hear your story. And they can write down, their memories. And it also is a good thing for grandparents because it helps them recall, right? It helps them with their memory as they get up in age. So it helps keep their mind active. So it's something to look into. Just throwing that out there, lobbing that one up there for some people who might need it.
Facts. Facts, dude. Yeah, my grandpa came and lived with me when I was like 13, 14. He had dementia, and he would say some crazy shit, bro, at the dinner table. He was an old school Catholic, He would be sitting at the dinner table, be eating, and he would just start screaming out, Allah be praised. It was fucking crazy, bro. But he was referring to the Christian Allah. I don't know. I didn't even know that was a thing, to be honest with you. But yeah, we'd say some fucking crazy shit at the
You might have
table.
got
We'd
some
be like,
secrets there, man. You might have got some secrets that he might have been trying to hold back. You might have got some stuff. Uh,
yeah, he would say some shit.
like,
He would say some
fucking
shit. He
A.
would say the rain in Spain is mainly on the plane. He would stop eating. He'd look up at all of us, and we'd be like, yeah. He'd be like, the rain in Spain is mainly on the plane. He'd go back to eating. We're like, what the fuck? Hell
Grandpa was a spy.
He was
yeah.
something,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You getting some secrets. You would get some secrets. Try to remember those. Try to remember those.
He's got the hidden
It's
alpha. I wish he would have told me to buy Bitcoin. Fuck. I probably wouldn't listen to him though.
like he
You want to
being
hear some crazy
crazy
shit?
right now.
My family, I live in Chicago, and my family we had a stained glass studio here for like 100 years. We got windows all over the city, and we had that since like 1913, 18 but it was during alcohol prohibition is the point. And during alcohol prohibition, our factory actually got raided by the feds because my uncle, my great whatever uncle, was brewing hooch in the basement of the shop and fucking got the shop raided by the feds. It was crazy. And then during the Great Depression, you guys know Dole Pineapple? The Dole Pineapple Company
Yeah.
actually owned the building. We couldn't afford to pay the building. And the Dole Pineapple guy who owned like all that shit, he was like, "Nah, you're good. Just pay me when you get it." I don't want to take your building, pay me off and you get it. And so eventually they did. Eventually we owned the building, but that was crazy. My bloodline is at the mercy of fucking Dole Pineapple Company. It's like, what the fuck?
That's wild. Like that, the sequence of events that have to like unfold for that to be an outcome is wild.
Yeah, I mean, it was a different time, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I come from
Especially find out about that moonshine and stuff, man. That's been
dude,
a
I'm
passion
saying,
of
bro,
mine,
like
man. Is that
I
that
was,
moonshine
I
history?
was, yeah, man. I was too young to like fully explore the shop before we sold it, but I wish I would have done some digging around in that basement and try to find like some shit. I feel like I would have found some shit.
You definitely would have found some shit, cause even me watching like the show Moonshiners for like I think like almost 15 years now, they always find some shit. Moonshiners hide shit everywhere, everywhere. They were finding shit in trees, vehicles from the guy Popcorn Sutton, which actually I ended up installing appliances for a guy who actually knew this dude in Oklahoma. We had a long conversation about that. But yeah, that moonshine history is pretty fascinating. Plus to know that they weren't dumb. You can't be dumb and make moonshine. You'll blow your fucking self up, guaranteed. So
Dude,
they
I
weren't
knew a dude
stupid.
who fucking. I knew a guy who blew himself up making hash oil in Denver. He moved out to hash oil, and he was a black dude too, so his skin was all like pink and shit, man. And I think eventually he made a full recovery. I think eventually like his pigment went back to normal and everything, but he was fucked up for a minute there. He was like I remember he was like in a burn ward for a long time. I was like, damn, crazy.
That is fucking crazy. No, I'm good on that one. I'm so good on
Yeah.
that one. Yeah, no. But it has been cool watching the show, watching them blow up people's steels though. Dude had like I think he had like 4 sets of dynamite that he put around the dude's steel and blew that motherfucker up. It's a good time. Cause that's what they do. Blow your shit up. If you come on their, in their territory. It's very territorial. It's a fascinating
Yeah.
show because it could turn very quickly. Like you could be cool and then the shit is about to go bad real fast.
And it's like they got the fucking the fish hooks hanging from like the fishing wire on the trees and shit. When you walk through the yard, you get fucking snagged by a fish hook and shit. Crazy like hillbilly like defenses and shit.
Oh yeah, they put up the deer cameras that's linked to their phone so they can see you when you come in.
Yeah,
Um,
that's crazy, dude. Yeah,
yeah.
man, they take that shit seriously. I remember my dad had property in Montana. Excuse me. And he lived on this. He lived right off this. He lived off these rapids. Like these, it's actually pretty chill. And across the way was this guy, and he had like, dude, he must have had like 30 fucking pit bulls, like this in his yard, like all going crazy, barking and shit. And my dad goes over there, and he wants to talk with him, and he opens up like the gate to his front yard, and the guy fucking. He couldn't see him, but he heard this guy say, he's like, "You take one step on my fucking property, I'll blow your fucking head off." And he's like, "Hey, man," he's like, "I just wanted to like ask you if you could like chill out with the fucking dogs." He's like, "Get out of here, I'm gonna fucking shoot you." And I was like, Jesus Christ. And he called the sheriff, and the sheriff was like, "Yeah, that guy's fucking crazy, dude. Like, if we go on his property, chances are he'll shoot us. Chances are
Oh
he'll
shit.
only like get like like a misdemeanor because like the laws here in Montana and shit are fucking. Montana's a crazy place, dude. I remember one time, man, we hit a deer on the road, and it was like just sitting there like kind of like dying, twitching and shit. We're like, fuck. And there was a house, like a random house, like it was pretty desolate part of Montana. And my dad walks up to the house, and he's like, "I'm gonna go see if this dude has a gun." I'm like, okay. So he walks up to the house and comes back, he's got a fucking gun, and he's got like 4 rounds. And the guy told him, he's like, "All right," he's like, "I'm gonna give you a gun and 4 rounds." He's like, "I don't want to see you load that gun till you're out on the road." He's like, "And I want to hear 4 gunshots before you come back. Otherwise, there's going to be a problem." He's like, "All right." So,
Shit.
and then my fucking dad shot him in the fucking chest, the deer in the chest. I was like, "Bro, shoot in the head. What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, fuck. Crazy."
Gave the deer more pain for
I
a
have it
little
on
bit. It's
Snapchat.
like
I have it on Snap. I have it on
Damn, poor
Snapchat.
deer, man.
you know what I'm saying? It's like I got hit and then a motherfucker not
Dude,
gonna take me out properly.
you want to hear some crazy shit? I know I'm just rambling, but dude, last night I was taking a walk, and like I said, I live in Chicago, and so I'm walking around. and I hear like it sounded like somebody dropped like a glass table, like a big like glass shattering. We're like, what the fuck? And I'm looking, and my friend Josh, she's like, yo, like right there, right there. And it was a restaurant, and it was like those big, like those glass doors they have, like an entry door. It's all glass that was busted out, and there was a dude inside there, like throwing chairs around and like busting up the windows and shit. And we were like, what the fuck? So like, we called the cops because that's like, it's like a small business, man. I'm no snitch, but like I don't fuck with people fucking with small businesses. I don't like that shit. So
Mm,
we called the
100%.
cops and we followed this dude. This dude fucking does all that shit, walks out of the restaurant, and then proceeds to just go like walk up to like an Irish pub and just starts hanging out on the patio. Like he didn't just do all that shit. Also, there's some asshole cranking music outside my window. Sorry about that. And so the cops show up and we're like, yo, like that dude fucking did that shit. So they went and they grabbed him, and the cops talking to me, and he's like, yeah, he's like, I was like, so what's up with that dude? Is he drunk? He's like, oh, he's from Mongolia, and he said that he hates America and he wants to destroy America, and
So
so
why the
he
fuck
did
are you
all that.
here? And like that's it's crazy. Like
I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the fuck? That's so crazy. So, anyways, that's all I got. That's the story.
Man, that's
that
fucked up
makes
though.
no fucking sense though.
But I
How
was like,
you
what
could
the fuck, dude? Like these Mongolians, bro. And I told the cop too. I was joking with the cop. I was like, bro, they had their fucking chance, bro. Like they dropped the ball 800 years ago. Like horse archery is no longer the premier form of warfare, bud. Like you gotta call it, bro. It's better luck next time. Mongolia's cooked. Mongolia is actually a beautiful country, bro. You know what I really fuck with is Mongolian throat singing. If you ever heard that guy, I forgot his name. It's like Yatsig or
Hey
some
yo.
shit.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, that dude's fucking crazy. I saw his I Show Speed went to Mongolia, and that guy did like a performance for his audience, and I was like, dude, that's so crazy. Like, what a crazy time we live in. Like, that dude's like a world famous like throat singer, and like he did his largest show. Like, he was playing for 36 million people, bro. That's so crazy. Like, what other time in the world? I don't know. Sometimes I just get to thinking.
That's what happens, man.
Man,
That's what happens, especially when you start hitting the bleeder over here. You know, you go off the rails, smoke a little bit, and then go in the deep end.
Yeah, no, I just woke up, smoked a little bit, haven't had the coffee yet, so I'm all over the place.
Fucking A.
Well, we do have a giveaway though, guys. I know there's some new folks that's in here. We are giving away 100 milligram edible, courtesy of Lone Star Provision, a GM bar, which is cinnamon toast crunch based. So definitely, there's a pin tweet up there posted. I think it's like the third one. If you're scrolling from like the beginning, it's the third pin tweet. Just interact with that tweet from Dillo from Lone Star Provisions, and you'll be entered
I
into the
repinned it.
giveaway.
I repinned it
GM,
up
of
top.
course, standing for God Help Me, I Might Die. It's
Yep.
100 milligram edible.
And I mean, you mentioned coffee. It goes great with coffee.
Yes, it is.
Dude, where the fuck would we be without coffee, man? Oh my God. I don't even want to think about it.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you all the ways that I've had it in just a moment, but there's a lot of ways you can mix up this GM bar, and have it a different way each time. Because some people can't do 100 milligrams, and that's
Yeah.
understandable. So
Mm,
I got some
mm,
ways for you
mm.
in just a minute, but I got to get to the V because I got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? I'm pulling double duty today.
Okay. Okay. Well, shit. That is a good bar though. That GM bar is. I've had it enough times that I know, and I can tell you for a fact that if you win that, it's gonna really rock your world in the best way. I'm just gonna be 100% honest with you. Um, just eating it is fine, but putting it on things is great too. Which Marcus is gonna talk about that more. But I normally just eat it. I'm sorry, it's too damn good. I don't even put it on nothing. I don't mix it with anything. I just have to eat it.
Yeah, I start like I'll just like munch on it throughout the day. Just take a bite here, a bite there. The next thing you know, I'm faded.
Oh hell yeah! And even if you put it in fours, you still at some point throughout the day be like, damn, you know what'd be really good right now? Man, that GM bar. And then you like, fuck it. I know I ate some already and I'm still pretty fucked up, but this is all about my taste buds at this point. Fuck it. And then next thing you know, the bar is gone in like 2 days. I mean, it happens.
It's properly made too, man. Shout out to Lone Star Provision. And if you like cinnamon toast crunch, you'll love the GM bar.
That white chocolate got me because I didn't
The GM
realize
bar
that.
is really good, and I want some, Dillo. You know what to do.
Fuck, it's hot in Texas. Shit. Um, all right. So the ways that I've done it, obviously, I've eaten it straight. I've dunked it in coffee. I've
Shit's
actually
good too.
cut it into little chunks and added milk and used it as cereal. I cut it up and put it in ice cream, and then I blended the ice cream and made a milkshake. Um, what else did I do? Oh, I cut it and then I turned it into a s'more. So like I cut it in half, and then
Ah,
I got some more chocolate and marshmallows, like regular chocolate and marshmallows, and then turned it into a s'more and used the GM bar as the base. That was a fun time. Yeah, I just be doing
Damn,
shit,
I gotta do that this summer, bro. I gotta do that this summer.
I
That
know that
sounds
sounded nice,
fire.
didn't it?
I fuck with s'mores, bro, and I be like, I
Yeah.
like. I don't just use like regular chocolate. Like
right,
I'll use Reese's cups or, you
right.
know, the Hershey with almonds and Kit
Now
Kats and Twix and
do
all
the
that shit.
do the Hershey's cookies and cream bar.
Yes, those are fucking fire too, bro. The cookies
Do it
and
with the
cream
GM
s'mores.
bar. Yeah, do
Oh,
it with the GM bar.
oh yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, starting bonfires all summer.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, shit's game changer, bro. I love food and I love cannabis. So when you bring the two together, fucking magic happens.
That's a good time. That was one of the reasons why when I moved, I always in Oklahoma had a place that had a fireplace because me and my daughter, when I got her full time, that's what we used to do. For one, I had it because if the power goes out, we ain't got to leave. I can cook food right there in that fucking fireplace. Not only that, we used to always do s'mores. She loved that shit. Me and her sit around watching movies and stuff, making s'mores. Good times. Mm-mm-mm.
What's going on, Moonbeam?
Hey, when he said 2 days, I thought he was getting ready to say 2 hours, and I was laughing. S'mores, yeah, I love fireplaces. S'mores are dangerous. They're so good, they're dangerous. But I did come up here. I think everybody knows Shorty Talls. Her house got fire and her family lost everything. They started a fundraiser, West Toast and all them. I opened a store up for her. I'm giving it to her, but all the proceeds of everything you buy goes to her and her family. So I didn't know if I could post that up there, but try to get the word around, because when I say she lost everything, they lost everything. They don't have anywhere to go. They don't have anywhere to stay. So I made shirts, cups, but all in all, the store is going to be hers in the end. So she's going to be able to have her own free store from me, and I really
Very nice.
just wanted to come up here. I'm trying to go into everybody's little space today and let everybody know. But yeah,
Oh, that's a lot. That is a
I'll
whole.
post the link up there in the top. But again, you guys, this I was crying all night long. I just found out like last night, late last night. So anything y'all can do to help is there's also the fundraiser. I put the flyer on there too with
Oh,
her
shit.
wallet address. They made a original format of that too. So I was gonna ask if I could
Wait,
post
who you said? Who's this? Who was this?
Shorty Talls.
I don't even know
Shorty,
what that is.
she
Who the
runs
fuck
Shorty's late night show with Fab and Tricky and everybody.
I don't. What?
Yeah, my prayers are out to her family, but I don't really know that person personally, but prayers definitely out to that to Shorty for real, for real. That sounds horrible.
Yeah, it really, really
Yeah,
does.
100%.
But yeah, I just dropped in. I dropped the link down there so y'all can follow it. And I think a lot of people in here know her. I know a lot of people that are in here. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to some other communities and just drop off the
Hey, Frankie J.
link so we can get this thing started because I know what it's like to have almost nothing, but she has nothing, and her dad has nothing, and her grandmother. So it's a little rough.
What is this?
But you
Word
guys
up.
have a good
Prayers,
day.
prayers up. Of course. Thank you so much, man. You're a godsend, man. You know, people are lucky to have someone like you to hop into spaces, help out. You know, that's love. That's love. So I appreciate that too.
Mhm.
And definitely, Shorty and her family are going to be in the Wake and Bake families. Prayers for sure.
God bless you. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful day, okay? And stay high above the clouds and be happy and love each other, okay?
Wee, 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 wee.
Wee, I love you.
What now?
If y'all haven't already, interact with the post up top. Get into that giveaway because I'm about to draw it in like 3 minutes.
Ooh.
Word. So what's good, guys? What y'all got going on for the rest of today? Prophets, I know you said you about to start walking in a minute, so I hope you know stretch those ankles and knees and all that shit. Cause 6 hours of walking that's no joke right there.
Yeah. No.
I
No, it's
just,
In
not.
the heat too, in the Florida heat. Fuck
uh,
out of here, man. Fuck out of here.
it'll be fine. Um, I don't know. I just love this space, man. I just love Twitter. I love Twitter. Frankie, you didn't give us no alpha. You got on the stage and got it. We were waiting for that. You were just yapping. What's going on? What are we buying? Is 104,000 Bitcoin the new $58,000 Bitcoin?
I think
I don't think so. I think that shit gonna drop again, guys. You don't think it's gonna drop again? I think it's gonna drop again. There's gonna be another buy opportunity.
These are all buy opportunities, but yeah, it's definitely gonna drop it like
I
it's
think
hot.
I think Bitcoin goes to 1 million in the next 10 years. I really do. I think a reasonable target for this cycle is
Is this chick
150 to
like
200. If things get really crazy, we can go 253. But I think it'd be best to, kind of just play it safe at 152. I think that's smart. I think I think we'll get an alt season per usual. I think the cycle will pretty much be the same. I think the reason it feels differently is because the cycle kind of got pushed out a little bit, and so
shit up?
I think yeah, I'll share a couple things. This is so I've talked about the 42 macro team and their explanation of paradigm C, which paradigm A was we're talking about the U.S. economy here. So paradigm A is what we're all used to: a bloated U.S. economy funded by government debt, reckless spending. Before April 9th, the markets were worried and investors were worried that Trump was bringing us into what they call paradigm B, which is a more responsible U.S. economy funded by private sector growth and not government debt, which would have been very, very painful. I think the bond market put a plug in that plan on April 9th. And the pivot that we saw from Trump in regards to China and Powell and really all of the pain that he was willing to put, bully the rest of the world into, that all went away. And so what their argument is that we're now entering paradigm C, which is a US economy that features all the fiscal and monetary largesse of paradigm A, in addition to additional tax cuts and deregulation, which is going to be a tailwind for risk assets. And so I pinned those descriptions. If you want to dive more into those paradigms, I pinned that up top. It's the Tuesday, May 6th executive summary. And so the Tuesday, May 13th executive summary, the key macro question is it too late to position for paradigm C? And I won't get into that. I'll let you read that yourself. Obviously, it's not a for sure thing, but the 42 macro team does some pretty systematic research and they're pretty on the ball with a lot of things. So I think paradigm C is where we're heading. I think what will result is a raging bull market. I think Trump has shifted to the pro growth, pro markets phase of his economic agenda. What that means for us as investors is, I think, the same thing it's meant for a while. It's just patience. I think that we're still going to get. I think really what that tells us is that we're still going to get the same explosive markets that we're used to. It's just going to take some time. We're waiting for the Fed to pivot. The rest of the world, the central banks all over the world are easing. Germany, China, they're cutting rates. They're getting ready to inject liquidity, which is a big deal for Germany to do that, because Germany had a debt break on, which meant that they weren't issuing any new debt. But ever since Trump pulled the defense umbrella, now Germany has to print about $500 billion to help fund Europe's defense program. So that's going to be really just more liquidity, more currency debasement, essentially. And China still has to print a lot of money too. I mean, keep in mind that in 2017, the Fed was actually tightening, but we had a raging bull market because China was pushing so much money into the economy. And I can share the PBOC liquidity injections. This is maybe a week and a half old. Forgive me, I don't have access to the $20,000 a month institutional data shit that people get. But whenever I hear Michael Powell talk, he usually talks about China. I'll try to screen grab that. So you can see that China's injecting a lot of money, and they have to inject a lot more money. But the thing is so does the Fed. I mean, they have to do something. We have $9 trillion of debt to refinance in Q3. And that's just the end. That's period. And so what we have to do essentially is find a way to get liquidity in, because you need balance sheet capacity to roll debt. And that's why liquidity is the all important measure. And that's why I think that the cycle hasn't changed, because it's not the Bitcoin cycle, it's not the election cycle, it's the debt refinancing cycle. It's a central bank debt refi cycle, and that hasn't changed. We still live in a debt-ridden world. We still need balance sheet capacity to roll debt, and in a world riddled with debt, you're reliant on central banks to do that. And so we're waiting for the Fed to pivot, and it's not like the Fed's going to pivot and then we're going to go to the moon. We're also waiting for some other developments. We're waiting for here, and I'll break it down this way. I think this will be the easiest thing. All the catalysts that are in front of us that I think will be good for price action. The catalysts are the Fed pivoting. I think the Fed will end QT. I think eventually we'll get rate cuts. I think eventually Powell will come out dovish. I think we'll eventually get Ethereum ETF staking. I think that's going to be huge. I think that's going to be massive for institutional inflows to the Ethereum ETFs. I think we will get a stablecoin bill in the States. Whether we get a market structure bill, it remains to be seen. But the first step has to be stablecoins, and I think we'll get stablecoins because it's not really even a crypto bill. It's an exporting dollar dominance bill. That's the thing about stablecoins, is it exports dollar demand. The whole world wants to trade crypto and dollars. Nobody cares about the BTC yuan pairing. They want to know what the BTC dollar pairing is. And so that's what I think is coming. And then I think we'll see further resolution to these trade wars. I think eventually we'll see set in stone with China, and we'll see it set in stone with India and Japan and South Korea. And that'll be really, really bullish. And after that, markets can really look ahead with clear skies. And I think that, and I'll quote Matt Hogan on this one, is that, the macro backdrop that we've had for the last few months has been suppressing prices. And really, I think what's been happening in the space in terms of, regulatory clarity and the SEC coming out and being cool and everything else really sets the stage for new all-time highs. But there's so much uncertainty still, really, in regards to this, into the macro backdrop with the trade wars and Russia, Ukraine, and all of this. And so I think that is spooking investors, and it's stopping us from going to new all-time highs. But in situations like this, good news doesn't just go away. Good news, it gets stored as future energy. I mean, look at what happened with Ripple. I mean, say what you want about XRP, but Ripple was growing steadily as a business, and after the SEC kind of wet blanket got lifted off of them, they were the number 4 project, and they did a 5x in like a week and a half, because it had all this fundamentally bullish news that was building up. And once that wet towel got lifted off of them, the markets were able to price that in. And I think that's what's going to happen with crypto here. And there's a lot of interest from institutional people. I mean, if you listen to like some of the leading centralized exchange CEOs talk, or some of like the leading ETF issuers talk, you're seeing like a lot of these people come in and be like, all right, how do we get involved? Like, we got the okay from the Fed, we got the okay from the SEC, from the U.S. government, we're good to go. Like, let's figure out how to get involved here. I think we're going to have a rip-roaring alt season. And I think that another thing too, and I'll share this, and this is kind of where I guess I'll land the plane, but and aside from that, economic conditions are improving. We're seeing the dollar, the DXY crashing, which is really good for asset prices. And eventually interest rates, I think, will follow. But if you look at what I just pinned up, this is social engagement. This is social interest. This is new Twitter followers and new YouTube subscribers. And this is what makes me kind of bullish, is because I think we will have that mania again. Once Bitcoin gets to 130, 140, 150, and they're talking about it on the news and everyone's talking about crypto, there will be renewed interest. And once things get a little bit better in, like, just in global economies, once the business cycle starts to tick up, once people have more jobs, once banks are doing more lending, which they're already doing a lot of lending and a lot of bond buying, but once they start doing more household loans, more commercial industrial loans, we'll see an uptick in available capital for people to fuck around with, and some of that will trickle down into crypto, the world over. So I mean, if you look at these numbers, I mean, we're still at bear market lows in terms of interest. I mean, look at where we were in the heat of the bull market last time. Insane. So I don't think we've had the bull market. I don't think we've had the blow off top. And also too, like, the business cycle is still coming up. Like, if you look at an ISM chart, we're still below 50. What the ISM measures is the expansion and contraction of economies. Over 50, the economy is expanding. Under 50, the economy is contracting. And what we saw last cycle, March, April, May of the post-halving year, we were peaked out of the ISM. We were at 65, 70 on the ISM. And remember that liquidity is a function of the business cycle. Again, more hiring, more spending, more jobs, more growth, more investing, more speculating. So that's the business cycle. And we're still have yet to come into an expansionary phase in that. And I think we will have an expansionary phase. I think we kind of almost have to. Markets breathe, economies breathe. Think about it going in and out, and we're getting ready to take our breath in to really expand. And interest rates are still very high, and we're still in quantitative tightening. I mean, I think that's crazy to even think about. We're almost in Q3 of the post-halving year, and we're still in QT. That's nuts. If you'd have told me that 2 years ago, I'd have said you were crazy. And so I think the reason that we haven't seen ETH and alts break out is because we're still in restrictive monetary policy. I think, to quote Ben Cohen on this, I think ETH is allergic to restrictive monetary policy. And so what happened last cycle, and I'll pin this up, is actually, Bitcoin dominance peaked at the end of QT or the beginning of QE, but I'm pretty sure it was the end of QT. But either way, it was a shift in monetary policy that marked the top of Bitcoin dominance. I'll pin this up here. It's the yellow line that's going through the BTC dominance chart. That marked the peak. And so we're still in restricted monetary policy. Do I think we're going to go and set new highs for BTC dominance? I honestly don't think so. But we very well could. If Ethereum stays around 30, let's say we see Bitcoin rally up to 140, 150, and Ethereum doesn't break new all-time highs. I'm not sure Ethereum will break new all-time highs while we're still in QT. I don't think we will. That's just kind of my take on it. So, I think there's a lot of things to look forward to. And I think as far as liquidity cycles go, and this is what James said, Money's EG, who's an absolute fucking legend, he thinks that we're still mid-cycle in the liquidity cycle. There's still a lot to come. And I think the reason that this cycle has felt so different is, well, quite frankly, because it has been. But it's not because anything's changed really fundamentally. It's just that the cycle got delayed. We got pushed out a little bit to the right. I think the reason for that was, tighter for longer monetary policy because of all the inflation and stimulus that we needed in COVID. I also think that, what happened in late 2023 was Janet Yellen injected about $6 trillion of stimulus into the economy to try and get Biden reelected. That was the reason for that pump. The reason we had that end of 2023, beginning of 2024 pump was because Janet Yellen issued $6 trillion in short-term debt, which is essentially a boost, which is basically just a giant boost of liquidity. And now we have this giant debt maturity wall of $9 trillion coming up at the end of Q3 or beginning of one of the two as a result of that. And that's kind of creating a little bit of concern for markets. I remember a couple months ago, the biggest concern for markets was a global liquidity air pocket. And I'll share this one, because and it just goes back to the fact that we have got to get liquidity into the system some way, somehow. We've got to find a way to refinance debt, because if we don't, what you get are refinancing tensions, and that invariably lead to economic crises. I'm trying to find my chart here. There it is. And so you can see, and so that's the argument that Michael Howell makes, is that it's not debt to GDP that's important to pay attention to. It's debt to liquidity, because liquidity is what you need to roll debt. And in a debt-ridden world, liquidity is the all-important factor. So if you look at this chart I just pinned up, that dotted line kind of represents a a neutral point, if you will, of debt to liquidity. When you get below that, when you get ample liquidity, there's more liquidity or sufficient liquidity needed to roll over debt. You get you get asset booms. You get U.S. housing bubble, Y2K bubble, crypto bubble. When that starts to come back above towards refinancing tensions, insufficient liquidity in the system, you get market crises. And so I'll say what I've been saying for months is that the Fed will stimulate in response to a crisis or to prevent one. And it seems to me like they're
Yeah,
intent on creating a little bit of one.
that's like the buffer.
We've got an air pocket in liquidity here, and we've got to find a way to square that circle. But I think the easiest thing is going to be just to issue more debt and to print more money. So, eventually that's gonna affect the asset prices. Eventually that's gonna affect crypto and Bitcoin.
Frankie, you see the swords come out? It's Arab money summer, bro. Just be patient, man. You're a
Yeah, man.
macro guy. You gotta be patient. It's
I
Arab
think
money summer,
patience.
bro.
Yeah, I've been rambling for a bit here. Sorry, but yeah, I mean, I think patience is the ultimate alpha, man. And I think regardless of everything I just said, I still believe that the biggest risk is being sidelined at this point in time. Whether it goes up from here, whether it goes down from here, I think the end result, by the end of this year, by the beginning of next year, I think we're going to see some pretty spectacular shit. So, yeah, there it is.
Love,
Nice.
man. Fucking love that. That's alpha right there, for real, for real. A little something that we haven't had in a little while. We've been actually just rambling about bullshit. And thank you, Frankie, for that. With that being said, we do have a winner. Shout out to Love. Simply Love, you won the
Ah,
GM bar. Reach out to OX Dillo and he'll get you straightened out. I want to wish a happy, 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 happy birthday to Melissa, the queen of Lone Star Provisions. So shout out to them. Shout out to that family. Also,
A
happy
lot of
birthday to
it's a
Coach
lot
as
of
well.
birthdays.
Yeah,
My
Coach
bad, bro.
birthday.
It's a
No,
lot of
you good. You
birthdays.
good, P.
My birthday's on Wednesday. Let's fucking go. I'll actually be Profit. You gonna be in New
Hey,
York
let's
for Amy's
go.
event?
No,
Oh,
but have fun. I'm getting
awesome.
ready for Bitcoin Vegas. I'm going to New York in June. That's when it's really time to go to New York. If you
I'm
know, you know.
also me and Amy are going to the mayor's house for that crypto inaugural summit or whatever. So that should be interesting.
Yeah, it looks like fun. You guys got to report back to me with all the alpha.
Yeah.
mm,
Well, we're gonna be wrapping it up here. I just Marcus, if I don't, Marcus got to work, so and I gotta go take care of the baby boy. It's time, and I gotta finish watching this Yankee game though. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yankees Mets. Let's get it. So with that being said, I love you all. Thank you all for pulling up on Wake and Bake this Saturday. We will be back next Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, as always.
Y'all
You
know
already
how
hear my
we
man.
do.
You already hear my man. He's on
And
mic.
here you go.
Let's
Here we
get it.
go. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? This is Wake and Bake Radio. We do this every Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have an open platform, so feel free to request them. Come kick it, come vibe, come rip the bong. Right, 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 right. But if you're not comfortable with doing that, you got two other options. Got the little purple pill down in the corner. You can go ahead, like, repost, drop a comment, let us know how you feeling, how you vibing, what you smoking on, right? And then make sure to send this to everybody. Put it in your group chats, your alpha chats, Discord, Telegram, WhatsApp, this app, your app, my app, all of them, right? Put it everywhere, right? Let everybody know that on Saturdays, this is the place to be, you dig? And then your final option, you can DM the Wake and Bake page, my personal page, or Rami's personal page. And we'll make sure to get your questions asked, your flowers given, and your GMs shouted. And this week, Smokey was behind the page. So I bet you if you DM the page, you didn't get a response. Why? Because we never DM Smokey. He don't check him, not even for us. If you got his number, you can text him, but that's about the only way you're gonna get in contact with him, all right? And then if you didn't know, you will now know that we are powered by none other than Exposed Media, you dig, man? Shout out to the gang of them.
Gang shit, gang shit, gang shit. We'll see
Gang,
y'all
gang,
next
gang.
week. Pull up, 1 p.m. Eastern. As always, peace and love, everyone.